collectors. Welcome to the show. Welcome to episode 28 of Sneak Peek on a holiday weekend. I am here with the one and only Mr. Up and Comer, aka Mr. Meow, aka Mr. This Just In, aka Justin, aka How Yeah Hey Yeah.
Nice, man. Let's go.
What's up, bro? How you doing on
What's up, man?
Sunday night holiday weekend?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's been this weekend has gone by so fast. It's been super busy. I'm telling you, man, it's nice just to be here. I feel like it's gonna be a nice chilled night with the chat because I'm assuming a lot of people have off tomorrow. I know a lot of people don't. So if you have off tomorrow, enjoy it. If you work tomorrow, I'm very sorry. I know you got those Sunday scaries, man. So we're here to hopefully guide you through it, man. And I know some of you guys watching, it's like 5 a.m. already, so I appreciate you guys as well.
5 a.m. But still here. Still in the chat. Dude, yeah, it's always nice to have a holiday. I have, where I work, I have pretty much all the holidays off of work. Yeah, all the holidays off of work. So it's always nice to get an extra day off, especially on a Monday. Like to get Monday off and then go into a short week. That's always just the best. And also another really nice thing about now getting into this time, every month there's basically a holiday. So it's like, this month we got one. Basically through February there's holidays, and then it's like you don't have another one until Memorial Day. So we're getting to that time of year where it's the fall, which I think is my favorite. Like I love fall. Football's here this week.
Oh yeah, dude.
We got hoodie and sweatpants weather coming up. It's beautiful weekend weather-wise. So it's just getting into a very nice time of the year. So yeah.
Yeah, fall, listen, all seasons are great. They all serve their purpose. That's what's beautiful about them. But look, man, fall is goated, okay? Fall is my time of year, man. It's where I really shine. It's where I really, again, man, I just love Halloween. I love all that stuff. I love, like you said, football's back. Starting to get a little leaves in the air. Not leaves in the air, leaves on the ground, a little crisp in the air. Like you said, hoodie weather, man. You get to break out some hoodies, some, sweatpants, whatever you want to do, man. And, if you're into pumpkin spice stuff, I don't know who's team pumpkin spice out there, man, but I had a pumpkin spice cold brew yesterday. Absolutely phenomenal, bro. Okay. So, yeah, man, I'm with you, man. Fall's where it's at. Enjoy it, though, man, because every year we look forward to fall, and I feel like like you said, there's so much stuff that goes on from now till basically New Year's that this time of year, even though it's awesome, dude, it goes by like lightning fast. And this year's already gone by super fast. So I'm trying to just slow down and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, the fall is short lived, man. I wish it was longer.
And Clinton, I just saw Clinton say it's 101 today. Trust me, dude, I'm in Texas. And, I don't even know if we really get a fall here. I make it happen for myself though, man. I light some fall candles, put on, get the decorations out, watch some scary movies, watch some football. College football's going on right now, man. So, but I hear you, man. It's hard to get into it when it's 100 and something degrees right now. So,
yeah, that sucks. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's hot. But anyways, enough about the weather. Welcome into the show, everybody, where we review all of this week's 1/6 scale news, which there's not too much this week, but we got some good topics for the show tonight. And if you are working tomorrow, for the small minority of people, hopefully in the chat, if you're working tomorrow, hopefully this helps you get rid of your Sunday scaries. If not, and you're off tomorrow, hopefully you just can be happy not having any Sunday scaries and just listening to the show and being part of the show. So hope you all enjoy your stay. Thank you so much for being here. A little housekeeping for you. If you like what we do on Sundays on the show, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member of the Evil Empire, where you get access to a bunch of cool perks, including custom emojis, exclusive shout outs, members only early access, and also giveaways. The giveaways are great. Giveaways are great. You can join by hitting the join button on my channel page or use the link pinned in the live chat. As always, huge shout out to all 36 members of the Evil Empire. I can't believe it, including Mr. How You Figure. Y'all are the best in the 1-6 game. Thank you all so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Also, as always, if you're looking for some cases like the ones behind me, you can go to MODUSPACE.com. Use code SNEAKER for $20 off your order. I've been talking to some people who've been getting their cases in. It's a glorious time. Fall, getting Modu cases in, building up some cases. Dude, what a time. What a wonderful time. So, yeah. Sneaker in all caps. Last but not least, before we address the chat, 36 people in here, y'all. Please hit that like button. Would really, really appreciate it. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Underground Figures. You can check them out by going to undergroundfigures.net. If you make an account on their website, you're eligible for no NRD pre-orders, which is great. Love no NRD pre-orders, especially in times like these. It's crazy what's going on in the hobby right now. So love that. They have great prices, double box, all shipments free of charge. You know it's going to get there safely. Check out the description below for more details. And please mention I sent you if you order something or if you even have a question. Helps the show get some future giveaways and cool stuff for the channel. So would really appreciate that. But yes, got some stuff hopefully coming soon from Underground as well. Got some pre-orders in the pipeline, some stuff that's released. With that being said, thank you all for being here. Like I said, hope you enjoy your stay. 37 people in here. Let's address the chat. Whew. We got Christian Cooper, a new channel member in the house. Says, what's up, Steve, Justin, and everyone in the chat. What is up, Christian? Thank you so much for being here, man. We got Grand Moff Cage says, hello there. Everyone, hope you had a kick-ass Sunday. You too, bro. Thank you so much for being here. We got Nomar in the house. He says, what up, everyone? What is up, Nomar? Thank you for being here, as always. We got Grand Admiral Howard Potts in here. Good evening, Sneaker, Justin, and the Empire. Hope everyone is enjoying the holiday weekend. You too, man. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you tuning into the show. We got longtime channel member Tristan who says, Modu cases loading. Get that popcorn ready, baby. Let's freaking go. I know he's been waiting a while. Hopefully it's worth the wait after he gets them all set up, but that's awesome, dude. Congrats. Hope we get them set up here shortly. In case just don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, please. We got another channel member, long time, Brad Cormack in the house says, I'm hoping my Modu case order dispatches soon. Evening, everyone. Yes, evening to you, Brad. Thank you so much. Hopefully they do dispatch soon. We got Thrawn's office, Grand Admiral of the channel. Yes, Grand Admiral Thrawn's office itself has the same ranking as Thrawn. Hi. Hello there, Thrawn.
That's wild. His username is Thrawn's office. Like, it's not Thrawn in his office. Like, he is saying that he is Thrawn's office. He's the entire office. That's wild, man, but I love it. I love it.
Yep, his office has a rank. So thank you so much for being here, bro. Really appreciate it. We got another channel member in the house, Primetime Reviews. What is up, dude? He says, let's go. Let's go, dude. Thank you so much for being here. We got Joven in the house. What is up, dude? He says, howdy, y'all. Got my Thrawn in safe and sound. Dude, I'm so freaking jealous, man. Turns out it does have the wear he did in the show, though it's mostly only visible at the edges of his sleeves and shirt. That is cool. I did not know that, but that is cool. Sorry, I had to cough for a second, but interesting. That is very cool. I am very excited to get that figure. Hopefully soon. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long. And we got X-Man Supreme in here in all caps. I made it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We are hearing a muted clap from Mr. How You Figure here.
Yeah, I didn't know how it was going to sound, but I always love seeing X-Man in the chat, dude. X-Man is, everybody already knows this. That's in here, man. Dude. Super supportive, always checking out stuff, man. Glad to have you here, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, dude. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoy your stay. We got Star Crash 1138 in the house as well. It's sneaker time. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Thank you so much for being here, Star Crash. We got Grand Admiral of the channel, AJ Gruson. Now says, greeting, friends. Hope all is well. Greetings to you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support of the channel. We got 12-inch Moose Dream in the house. Hello, community of collectors. I bought a figure today, a custom. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. I like that. Welcome in, Moose. Thank you so much for being here, man. Really appreciate you tuning into the show as of late. And all of you guys in the chat who've been here consistently. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. We got Clinton Martin in the house as well. This is howdy, folks. Howdy to you, Clinton Martin. Thank you for being here, man. We got Jose G. Hernandez now says, hey, Steve. Or hey, everyone. Steve hurt my feelings earlier this week when I was
Whoa,
here.
what's going on here, Jose?
I don't know, man. Jose's kind of a softie, dude. It's okay, though. Some people are.
Do you think Jose's purposely trying to mix up in the chat to see if somebody kind of maybe does a gifted out there? Do you think he's trying to pick up that gifted this month? It's a new month.
So,
what'd you do?
Now that you mention that, wow, this is a great segue into what I'm about to say, but I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. So, I actually do not have gifted subs anymore on the channel. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. So, I actually turned gifted subs off. Because you're like, what? What is this? What is this?
No gifted subs.
I turned off gifted subs because I have some giveaways planned in the pipeline. And sometimes like gifted subs, you know, like I was like, there were people who were getting like a lot of gifteds, Jose included, not just Jose, but you know, gifteds were happening. But I want also people who have, but like I've had some channel members like you've been a channel member for months, a long time. Some people have been channel members for a really long time too. So I kind of want those people who've been, you know, paid channel members for a while to get those opportunities to get some giveaways. So that's why I turned it off, but no hard feelings to Jose. He just happens to be one of the gifted winners every single time.
It feels a little personal to Jose, a little bit.
It's got to feel a little personal. I'm sorry, Jose. I'm sorry, Jose. Oh man, he's angry. He's angry. You turned it off because of me.
He just unsubscribed.
So this is actually nobody. It's funny because like nobody's noticed. I actually have had it turned off since like I turned it off since I think, you know, before I gave when I gave Obi-Wan away, it was like before that. So it's been a while. It's been over a month probably since that happened. So I'm sorry, Jose. I know it's gonna make you very sad. It's okay. We can still call you Jose Gifted.
He's gone. He's gone. Man.
He's gone.
You had your chance to apologize for whatever you did earlier this week. And
it's okay. He still loves me. It's all good. Thank you, Jose, for being here, bro. Thanks so Oh man, 41 in here. Please hit that like button. Tristan says, Steve, your intro for Justin is becoming increasingly cringe.
Yeah, I think that's the point, Tristan. Oh, is it? It's supposed to be kind of cringe, right? Like a little bit.
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. What, Mr. Tristan? What's meow. Is it the meow? Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's the meow, man.
You got to remember, Justin.
That's what does it.
That came from Justin's love of Catwoman. When he's like, "Oh, Catwoman, Grail, Catwoman, Grail."
Dude. Hyping up Catwoman was my personality, like for 3 months when I first got into the community, and I don't know if that was the right like path for me. Like I'm trying to shake that.
I don't know if that was the right path for me.
I still love that figure, man, but I mean, I put all my eggs in that basket, man. So
put all your eggs in that basket, and then all I see are posts about how like people barely move the arms and they're already getting like damage to the suit. Like,
I still love it because I have to love it.
Oh man, that's funny.
Good, but
that is funny. But yes, thank you, Tristan. I'm gonna take this as a compliment because that means it's a great intro, in my opinion. We got Nick's Collectibles in the house. He says, dang it, there's a bug in my room. I'm never going to get it during the stream. He says NYCC soon. Yes, dude. New York Comic Con, we're about a month and a half away.
Dude, I cannot wait, bro. Let's go, man. Yeah, hit up.
You're going now?
Oh, New York City Comic Con?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going, but I was hoping that you guys would maybe FaceTime me while y'all are there. Let me pretend I was there with you guys.
Yeah, we can do that. We can.
What do you think?
We can figure that out. You can be on FaceTime.
All right, man. Cool.
All right, cool, man. Cool. I'll be there in video.
Have you ever began a joke and you have no clue where it's going and you wish you could I was just about to just cut it off before it was like, because it was going nowhere.
I didn't know where you were going with that one. But
I didn't either.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But yes, New York Comic Con is soon. It is what weekend? It's October. Is it the 16th through the 20th? So it's 16 or 17th through the 20th. Yeah, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I will be there. I'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, leaving on Sunday midday Thursday I'm getting in, and then Sunday morning I'm flying out to come back home. But I am very excited to meet a lot of different collectors that are going there, Nick included. A lot of people are going. It's gonna be a really fun time. I'm excited to meet a lot of people.
Have you met Nick before?
In person? No.
Oh, that's gonna be cool, man.
I haven't really met anybody in person except the Wolfpack guys and a couple other just like people who I know from the streams, but no, like probably people you would know. Probably I haven't met any of them in person. So looking forward to meeting a bunch of people. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Cosplay as Obi-Wan?
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Dude,
well, I mean, I don't even have to dress up. I just wear what I normally wear.
Yeah, I usually go as that's like the best, like that. Like if you go as like a Harry Potter character, like something you just literally got to throw on like a robe. Like you got to throw on like the Harry Potter robe, or you got to throw on the Jedi robe.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. But I don't know, man. A lot of walking around, a lot of doing stuff. I don't know if I really need to do that. I'm not going to be prepared enough for that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Let us know.
Clinton says, you already referenced this comment. Where's this imaginary place you speak of? Here in Central Cali, it was 101 today. That's crazy. It was like 71 today here in Wisconsin. And it's supposed to be like high 60s, low 70s, mid 70s all the rest of the week.
It was 71 degrees, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that is insane, bro.
Why? What did you say it was for you again?
I'm with Clinton. It's like, it's been like, I mean, we've gotten a little bit of a break, but a little bit of a cold front. So it was like low 90s today, but it's been like high 90s. No,
I turned my AC off. Oh, it's a nice day today. Beautiful breeze. You can hear the leaves rustling. Yeah, this past winter really wasn't too bad, but I mean, yeah, winter always sucks, you know, when it's like 20 to 30 below wind chill outside. Yeah. That's when it sucks. But today, beautiful
fall though. Like
yeah. We get like legitimate, sometimes like in the 50s and like a lot of 60s, sometimes like in the 40s when it's real cold, but like, you know, it's like hoodies and sweatpants weather. My favorite weather. Love it.
Dude, when it's like 83 degrees, we start celebrating.
That's rough,
dude. We're like, fall's here, baby. Let's go.
That's rough, dude.
So, yeah.
Love fall.
I find this hard to believe.
I don't own any sweatpants, but I do like hoodies. That is crazy. You don't own any sweatpants.
That's wild.
I own a lot of. Oh, dude, I own a lot of sweatpants, a lot of hoodies. Probably more than any other clothing. I own like sweatpants, joggers, hoodies, crew necks, you name it. X-Man says all the basic bitches ruined pumpkin spice for me. I can't separate it from Uggs and two small puffy vests. I'm gonna
be honest with you.
I'm not
that makes me love it more, man. I get fully into it, dude.
I'm not a pumpkin spice. I like pumpkin stuff. Like I like pumpkin pie, and like my wife makes these really good like pumpkin cookies. But I don't like but I'm not a huge like pumpkin spice is fine, but I'm not like pumpkin spice latte or any of that stuff, or like pumpkin like tea and all that jazz. I'm not really into it like that.
Why are you know what I mean? Why do you say it like that? See, this is what I don't get. There's like, if you're not into pumpkin stuff, that's cool, man. Nobody's forcing it on you guys, you and X-Man. Okay. I mean, I appreciate y'all's opinions, but why can't we enjoy it, bro? Like, why does it have to be? You can
enjoy it.
Like, I know, but I feel like there's this judgmental smell in the air tonight about like, yeah, man, I don't like pumpkin spice coffees after I just said I love them. I mean, what's that all about with you and X-Man? I mean, I don't understand it. So
because you know, X-Man is right. Like pumpkin spice became like a stereotypical thing. You know what I mean?
It did. He's absolutely right.
He's absolutely right.
He saw the excitement in my eyes, and instead of joining me, he said, "You know what? He's too happy. I'm going to ruin his whole Sunday night. I'm going to remind him why pumpkin spice is not good."
There you go. Heard it here first.
With that said, I'm going to get me a venti tomorrow.
The venti. Clinton Martin says 2 weeks of fall, then right into winter. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
That's about what we get to.
LOL, I figure lighting those candles about to make sweet, sweet love to autumn. Team pumpkin spice, baby.
Let's go.
Dude, Clinton, can't wait to not run the AC. I might have some money to pay off some pre-orders. Electric bills are out of control. This is the worst part of the summer, is those electric bills for the couple months like July and August, because you got to run the AC. You got to run the AC. And also my AC unit is from like 2003, I think, or something, or 2002. So like it's old. It still works, but like my house, like when it's like, if I set my house to 75 during a summer, like a day when it's like 85 degrees or higher, that thing's running 99% of the day.
What, you using like a window unit or something? What are you doing over there?
No, dude, it's just it needs a lot of AC, dude. You know, it gets hot.
You're having to like kick it to like to start up again, and you're like,
yeah, it just it takes a lot. Moose says I can't say the whole show working early tomorrow, dude.
I understand that, man.
Sorry you're working. Hopefully it helps you get rid of those Sunday scaries though.
Yeah.
We got a $2 super chat from Grand Admiral Thrawn's office. He says, "Hi, Justin," with heart eyes. Wow, very nice, very nice. Thank you so much, man.
Nice
really
thing.
Appreciate the generosity.
It's the world.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. We got Grand Moff Batman Collectibles in the house. He says, "Evening all. What is up, dude? Thank you so much for being here." Nomar says, "Justin, who's your favorite character?" I know Steve. Holy shit. Wow.
Nice, Nomar.
Wow, I did not pre-read this question or comment before it was it was on here.
Cut, man. I knew you were going to bury this comment from
last one. Wow. What a way to wake you up on a Sunday night. But who's your favorite character, Justin? I think he's talking Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. I mean, I love Kylo Ren. Again, I didn't say I loved every sequel trilogy movie, but I love the character.
I do like Kylo too.
Kylo Ren / Ben Solo, whatever you want. From the original trilogy, it was Han Solo. I mean, I loved Han. And then for the I kind of have to separate them like that. And then for the prequels, man, I'd probably go with. I mean, it's hard not to go with Obi-Wan from the prequels. I mean, I don't know if that's like my favorite. I mean, he just had a great arc, you know. But
wow, I did not think that was gonna. Wow, I did not think that was gonna be said. Wow.
Well, dude, he got all the good stuff. I mean, I can't say Anakin.
Dude, you are preaching. You are preaching to the largest Obi-Wan choir that there is. But continue. It's music to my ears. Please keep going. Please keep going.
I was gonna say either him or you know, what's the name of the? Never mind. I had a joke and I can't remember the damn character who had Anakin at the pod race. Like Watto.
Annie.
I couldn't think of the damn name, dude.
Yeah, that'd be Watto.
Look, I don't want to.
Annie.
That's pretty good, actually. I don't want to be that guy, man, who's like, I'll pick 3 characters. If I had to pick one, I'm picking Kylo. I'll pick Kylo. Maybe it's recency bias, but I feel like I've said it on the stream a million times, dude. I feel like Adam Driver is such an incredible actor. I feel like we were robbed of one of the great arcs in Star Wars. I just wish it would have been different, man. So there's a part of that too that's like, what if, you know, what could have been. So he crushed it though, man. I felt like he carried. Rey was good too, like Daisy Ridley's performance, but I felt like Kylo just carried this last trilogy.
I am very interested in what they're going to do with her character. So that's going to be very interesting. How they handle the backlash, I'll just outright say it, of the sequel trilogy, and then creating a new Jedi Order movie with Rey continuing on. I wonder what they're going to do with that to win back Star Wars fans. Because that's probably one of the riskiest things they've done, is do a new trilogy based off that character when the reception to it was not great. Granted, it still made a lot of money. So it was still like revenue wise for Disney, it was a success. But we know like how a lot of people feel about it, right? So that'll be very, very interesting.
Well, dude, like I said, Rey, whether you liked the character or not, like that's what I'm saying, man. Daisy Ridley was amazing. Like in my opinion, I thought she knocked it out of the park with the performance. So like I personally like Rey. I know that there's trust me, I had some issues with the way they wrote the character and stuff.
I don't think it's people that don't like Rey. I think it's not that they dislike her as a character. I think it's just like how like you were saying, like how the character ended up being written. I think that's that was the main problem. We got Riley reviews in the house. What is up, Riley? He says, yo. What's up, dude? Riley just dropped his review on the InArt Aragorn. Dude.
Oh, I bet that's a sick review.
Figure, man. Oh,
looks good.
well, I put it in the thumbnail. We're gonna talk about some things, but yeah, dude, go check out his review. I didn't finish yet. I watched about half the video, but yeah, that figure is crazy good, dude. Christian says my Padme waitlist converted, which is crazy.
Fantastic figure, man. Fantastic figure, and
Padme's
I'm glad
great.
you're not having to be on a hunt for it. Yeah.
Yep, Padme's great. I just opened mine like a week and a half ago, weekish ago. Great figure, man. I'm happy with Padme for real. Yep. Posability's good. I like the material of her clothing too. Like you can pose that figure very well.
Me
I have her in kind of like that silver. I have her in like a kind of like a split stance turned, holding out like with a straight arm with mostly straight arm with her silver blaster, like the pistol.
You could barely see mine up there, but I have it where she's got the bigger blaster and she's just kind of holding it up like that. Like you said, dude, great posability with it.
Yep.
The body, the whole thing's great. The material on the clothes, that's still one of my favorite figures that I've gotten. You know, like it's just it really surprised me with how much I liked it.
I think the sculpt, I think it looks like Natalie Portman, but it's definitely more like it doesn't look capture like as young as she was from the movie,
right.
But I still feel like it still works fine. I'm not going to be real picky about that. I think it still works. You can definitely tell it's Padme.
Yeah.
We got Carlito in the house. What is up, dude? He says, hello, fellas. What is up, bro? Thank you so much for being here as always. Really appreciate you tuning in. Jose says, I ordered a DF120 yesterday. Never thought I'd own module cases, but here we are. You'll have to let us know where you got your DF from. I'm going to guess you got it from, I know Off the Racks had some that came into stock. Because I know a couple people who bought from there. So you have to let us know where you bought it from, but congrats, dude. That's big. DF120s are the GOAT. Love them. Clinton said, EvilSneaker, did you get a new camera or change your settings? Looks a little different tonight. I changed up my lighting a little bit, actually. So hopefully it looks good. I had a light over here. Like, so my main light is here now, right in front of me. Like above my camera and above my monitor. I used to have it like over here to the right side of me. And then I had like a bigger, like a fill-in light over here on my left. But I just wanted to have one. So this is how I did it. I think it looks pretty good. It's just really bright, like kind of bright in my face, but yes, I changed it up. It's just the lights. I just changed up lighting, which is crazy. It's crazy how much lighting has an effect on how things can look, but same camera, different lighting. Just move things around because the side light that I had was really big and it was taking up a lot of space, and I'm trying to clean up my basement and make things look good. So I got rid of that light. It's one of the lights I use to film stuff and film reviews. X-Men says mono case is shipping. I know the latest batch of monos hopefully will be here in mid-September. I know they shipped out in June, I believe. So it takes about 12-ish weeks, 3-ish months around that time frame for monos to come into stock. So stay tuned for the next round of monos if you're looking for some of those. Grand Moff Batman Collectible says, lucked up and ordered me some module cases in stock with Off the Racks as well. I'm not patient. Yeah, but it's nice. Like if you're willing to pay the little extra to get the cases a little bit earlier, it's really nice rather than having to wait, around a year. So, congrats, dude. That's awesome. That's going to be awesome. Tristan says, at this rate, I'm very curious to see what we get first. Padme, Anakin, Padawan, Anakin, or Thrawn. Yeah, dude, it's crazy how long it's been taking to get Anakin, like the Attack of the Clones one. It's been taking a while.
And now I don't want them because I am getting just buried right now, dude. I'm getting buried by stuff. Like I just got the email for Holiday Mantis.
Yeah, I heard Mantis already. Like, I know Dilo mentioned today, like his Mantis shipped. So from Sideshow, which is crazy.
Yeah, crazy. I think mine's gonna ship on the 9th, and then I haven't shown it off yet, but I did get Natiri in, so I just had Jake and Natiri Avatar drop within like 2 weeks, which was not a fun back to back, because those are pretty big pieces there.
We talked about that a lot. Like those two are tough during what's going on right now with figures. But hopefully, I know you were pretty high on Jake. Like spoiler alert in your review as far as the figure goes. So
yeah,
did you open it here yet?
Not yet. I haven't opened it yet. I'm gonna open it tomorrow and kind of do a film some stuff with both of them, because I'm really excited to see how they both look. I have them over here on my desk. I'm looking at Jake right now because he obviously doesn't fit in here, so I got to get a new case and like customize it a little bit so that way I can put them two in a display by themselves. It's an awesome figure, man. It definitely has flaws, like there's no question about that. But when you have them on the base and you have them in the pose I have them in, it does look really good, man. The paint apps on it are just fantastic.
Did anything I know you did a review, guys can go check that out, but was there anything after talking about that figure, because I know there were a lot of different opinions about that figure on like the exposed joints and everything just about the figure. Was there anything that surprised you now that you have it in hand, like that we didn't talk about, like anything that really stuck out to you?
Yeah, it came with rolling eyeballs, which was insane. Like I didn't like.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't advertised that it was going to come with that. And so when I had it, I was messing around with the head sculpt, like trying to get some, because I was doing a review and I noticed the eyes had moved and I was like, oh dude, that's awesome. That the rolling eyeballs being added to it late was awesome, because it definitely gives them more personality. The accessories are insanely good. Like the accessories are insanely good, and I'm glad I stuck with the deluxe base, because the base is definitely fantastic. It lights up really well. But yeah, dude, it's the joints and stuff. It's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's just it's not like it's hard to ignore it, And I don't know how else they could have done it, because I'm not familiar. I've never had like a full silicone bodied figure or whatever, but it's just tough, man. The way I got to pose, you can kind of hide it a little bit, but dude, back of the legs, it's tough, man. Like, so
I thought like the likeness actually, like the ones, the in-hand photo, or like your video, and then I saw a couple other ones. The likeness actually I thought looked really good on video, like in hand, compared to some of the photos were fine too, but I thought maybe some of the stuff softened up in the blogger photos, but then like seeing it in hand, it looked like they got the likeness, and like the look of the eyes, I feel like was one part that kind of in the blogger photos looked a little bit softer, but it looks good. I think it looks good from what.
Yeah, it really is a great figure. And I said in the review, like if you can overlook the exposed joints and stuff, and you're a fan of Avatar, and you just wanted, like, again, the way I look at it is like unless you're going to go the statue route, which those are like $3,500. This is the best option for you if you want something like this. But I mean, it is tough because it's one of those characters, because it's technically like animated, and so it does kind of take you out of like the realism a little bit when you see those joints. But once I get into Terry with them, and once I pose it the way I have it posed, it hides it pretty well, but they're still there, so it's still a little bit. It's definitely brings down the grade a bit for me. Yeah,
I'm curious to see how they're gonna look posed together. But that's you said you haven't opened a tier yet.
I haven't opened a tier yet. No, I'm gonna open her tomorrow, and
nice.
I don't know if I'm gonna do a full review on the tier, or if I'm gonna do like a review / like showcase of them two together. Maybe film some stuff. Yeah, because
they're probably gonna be pretty close to being the same.
But yeah, I'm excited for these accessories though, man. Nice. She's got that bow. He's got this rifle. Like the accessories are awesome.
Yeah, so awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Hopefully I say this name right. I don't know if it's Dugito or Duguito. What do you think, Justin?
Dugito.
Let's go with Dugito. We're gonna go with Dugito.
If we're wrong, please correct us.
Dugito, aka Doug. You can tell us if we're wrong, right? But he says, "Hey, Sneaker and Justin, nice Sunday recap wind down to get ready for the upcoming week." Yes, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you tuning into the show. MB Dyson's here. What is up? It says, hello all. I actually ordered another Star Wars figure this week. Let's go. I got a weightless conversion on Mando Luke. Great figure. Love Mando Luke. Mando Luke.
I've been going back and forth on that one. Like I'll eventually get it. But I'm kind of waiting to see what else we get from Luke in a little bit.
It's interesting. So you guys know that I'm selling a couple of figures. So if anybody out there is looking for a Darth Maul from the Solo movie, which is DX18, Black Adam Golden Armor, or a red and blue suit deluxe Spider-Man Final Swing suit, the Tom Holland crazy good head sculpt. If anybody wants those, wants to buy them, let me know. But I was the person that I sold my Iron Man to. I sold a Mark 85, my clean 85. I sold my clean Mark 85 is sold. And I was talking to him, and he was talking to me about like his Return of the Jedi Lukes and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, I put the Mando head sculpt on one of mine. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that, but like the head sculpts are like crazy price. I can't find them anywhere. And he's like, oh, here's one available on this site right now. And I was like, what? And I ordered it, and I got it, and I converted I had my Endor, like the Endor Deluxe Luke that you can make. You can basically either make like the Endor version or Return of the Jedi, kind of like the Jedi Luke version. I converted him back to Jedi Luke, and I put the Mando Luke head sculpt on him, which I should have done way long ago when those head sculpts were a little bit more readily available. But got it for a decent price, dude. It's like one of my favorite figures. I just love it.
Oh, nice.
And what I did was like, I put it Endor Luke because I wanted to have it with like Endor, Leia, and Wicket. And I was kind of like, they're a trio together. I want to like keep them like that. And I didn't feel like I had like a definitive Jedi Luke. And then I saw like the photos and like the I forget what it is. I think it's a sideshow video where they showed the first look of Vader posed with Luke. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get my Jedi Luke back, especially now that Vader's coming. At least until they announce potentially a like 2.0 of that. Well, I guess it would be a 3.0 of that figure now, but glad I got the head sculpt. I couldn't get over it. I don't know how much you've seen that figure, Justin, but it's got like, he's like this. He's got like a side eye. So like you can't like it's not. And then one of them are like open teeth, like the Endor Luke Deluxe. You can like, there's two different head sculpts, but I don't love either of them. They're not great. Yeah. So the side eye is you can only do one look. It's literally like this. Right. So it's just, it bothered me. So now I got the rolling eyes, dude. And the hair pieces are all interchangeable on all the Luke Skywalker head sculpts. So that's really nice.
Yeah, dude.
So Mando Luke, great figure. Awesome head sculpt. Looks amazing on other Luke figures as well. So congrats, MB Dyson. I know it was a long tangent on that one, but we're about halfway through the chat. But it's okay, guys, because we don't have a ton to talk about. We're going to talk about HONŌ Iron Man, and then we have a couple of topics that I want to get into. So a lot of this is going to be driven by the chat tonight, and I'm all for that. It's always fun doing that. That. Not a ton of news. We haven't had a day like this where there's not a lot of news because it's been pretty crazy. So so that is nice. Let me see here. Tristan says, yes, it's the meow. We've gone too far. Never. Moose says, I bought a Rovenick Studios Batman Dark Knight from Facebook Marketplace. Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. Dougito says, does that mean Justin is all in on the Jazzinc Catwoman? We didn't talk about this. I know we ran out of time one stream about the Jazzinc Catwoman. You think you're gonna pre-order it?
I don't know, man.
Probably gonna start this month.
Yeah, I think I'm done saying I'm all in on something because I have to go back. I have to go back and explain why I didn't picking it up, because it's so much fun to say, yeah, dude, I'm getting this, and this, and then like this week, dude, I'm just getting like hammered with conversions, and so this is my first time experiencing that in the hobby, and it's not fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not fun. I mean, I know people pay off their figures. I wait till they get here, so I mean, I guess I could start doing that, but sure. It is what it is. But I'm waiting to see it. Like, I'll put it this way, I'm gonna wait to see it in hand. It's definitely a character I'm interested in, and I'm not gonna say no, but I'm not gonna say I'm all in just yet.
Yeah, I feel like Hot Toys is gonna do one for this 85th Batman anniversary thing. And it's interesting. I saw somebody posted a comment about in the Jazzinc dioramas group. Somebody posted a comment about like, I forget what it was. It was a Batman related question. Like, are you going to do any other Batman figures or something? And Yost, the owner of Jazzinc, mentioned that the Hot Toys license, I think, is set to be up. Like, I think it's at some point next year. It might be like the end of next year. So he says, depending on that, he may do other Batman figures. And he mentioned like starting with Batman Begins. Like, he may do a Batman Begins figure. depending on what happens, like with the depending on what happens with the Hot Toys license. But when I saw that comment, I was like, interesting. So at the end of next year, the license, I mean, I would think, this is all completely speculation, but I would think Hot Toys is probably going to re-up like the licensing for that. You would think that that's going to happen. But it was just kind of interesting hearing that. And then it made me think of like, does this have anything to do with why they're pumping out all these 2.0 Batman things? Because if the license next year is like something is going to change, what is something you want to do before that happens? You want to pump out like a bunch of different things. So again, purely speculation, whether or not that's true, who knows? But that's where my mind went since we've been talking about Batman. We know we've talked about so many times, has fallen victim to so many 2.0 things. Like, oh, the Armory, Dark Knight Rises isn't even released. You're going to release, then you're going to announce the Dark Knight one as well. That's a kind of, we all thought like, wow, this is a very interesting choice. But when you think about like, oh, the license, this is going to come out next year, and then the license, there's going to be something going on with that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. Fun to talk about. I'm very intrigued by this figure. Jazzinc's first 1/6 figure. We shall see what happens, but the head sculpts look promising. We'll see what happens. X-Men says not let the joke keep going awkwardly.
Yeah, I mean, that's normally what I do.
Ooh, Tristan with some strong words. F New York. Should have came to LA. Dude, I'd love to come to California. It's more expensive to come out to California. A lot more expensive. We got Boba Fettuccine in the house. What is up, boss? He says, what's up, ball? Thanks so much for tuning in, dude. 90s in LA today. Oof. Man. I know there's a lot of collectors out on the West Coast, so bless you all for dealing with the heat and down south. Brad says, beautiful day in northern Michigan today. Oh yeah, baby. The only thing that sucks about northern Michigan is you get winter like 5 months out of the year. It's like 5-6 months out of the year. Sometimes you get winter. It's crazy. Look at Safel says, yo guy, look at the cringe, baby. Embrace the cringe. Mr. Meow is back. There you go, Tristan. Look at this, man. He's hyped. Mr. Meow's back. He's here. He's here. And guys, we got 58 people in the house. Please hit that like button. And I cannot believe it. Jose G. Hernandez, aka Jose Gifted Hernandez, now the giver of membership. Wow.
Well, he didn't get, he bought it
gave
for
it to himself.
Yeah.
He gave me a membership for the channel. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Jose. Wow. I still love you, Steve, Jose, even when you're mean to me.
Dude, Jose, I don't even want to ask what happened because I feel like it's probably not a huge thing.
Bless you.
But I am intrigued, Jose. And if he doesn't apologize, I don't want to know.
I don't want to ask or know what happened because it's probably not a huge thing. But I'm intrigued. Dude, thank you so much, Jose. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, dude. Welcome into Evil Empire. You know, long live the Empire. Let's go. Thank you so much, bro. We got 37 members. One of us. Cage always dropping that one of us. Thank you so much, bro. Guys, if you want to consider joining, you can hit that link up at the top. Would greatly appreciate it if you like what we do here. Look at this. Jose officially a member. People are getting hype in the chat. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, dude. Let's go. We got Grand Admiral Valkyrie Magnus in the house with a 499 soup. Have a great show tonight, guys. I'll catch the show later. Thank you so much, Valkyrie Magnus. Really appreciate you always stopping in.
Yeah, man. And appreciate you, Valkyrie.
Either being here or catching the replay. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's the judgmental smells of pumpkin spice. Chumpkin spice. I like that. SJC 360's in the house. What is up? It says, let Justin live in the Matrix. I don't know what this means.
I think he's referred to the scene in the first movie where he's like eating steak. He's like, it's telling me that it's delicious. Ignorance is bliss. I mean, I'm assuming it's that with my pumpkin spice lattes.
Oh, that's funny.
But I'm about to be, hey, follow me on Instagram, guys, because I'm about to be turning that, my aesthetic for the next couple months, dude. Pumpkin spice season, baby. Pumpkin spice season. Let's go.
Top 5 Hot Toys figures that are deserving of pumpkin spice accessories.
Yes.
Gio, yes. No man, this incoming week is gonna be a nightmare. Gonna reach 100+ degrees. One final hurrah for the summer. It looks like crazy.
Yeah, man. Goodness.
Collection obsession in the house. What is up? Long-time channel member. Thank you so much for being here. I spend at least one Hot Toys figure in AC charges per month. Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy when you live in those hot environments. Kylo Ren is like the Fred Durst of the Sith. Oh man. Oh god, Tristan, don't encourage him with the Mace Windu. He's encouraging Nomar with the Mace Windu stuff. Emmy Dice says, how can anyone love Kylo after the tantrum scene? The intro scene was badass and then a tantrum. Sorry, you lost me.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I stand by, like, he had to perform what was written for the character, and I'll just say that they took the character in a direction that I don't think he signed. I don't think Adam Driver signed up for that version of the character. I'm just telling you. I've heard he's been on interviews saying stuff about it.
Yeah, he definitely was the best actor, I felt like, in the sequel trilogy. He's just a great actor overall and some other stuff as well.
I heard in an interview that he was supposed to just get more evil. Like, he was supposed to be kind of insecure at first, and then through the course of the trilogy was supposed to, like, at the end of it was supposed to be, it was like the reverse Vader. I heard Adam Driver on some thing. I mean, dude, the arc was great. The way he, like, it didn't fully work, but the way he even became Ben Solo and did some of the Han Solo mannerisms, like started taking after his father, started going down that path. There was a potential for an incredible arc there, man. And they just, they wanted to do something else with it, man. I don't really understand. There was just too many people making decisions. They should have just let one singular director or whatever do the whole trilogy, and I think we would have got a better version of the character.
Yeah, we could have a whole episode on that and more.
Yeah, we really could. But I love Kylo, baby, and I'm standing by him.
I love Kylo, baby. Tristan, you got to chill out, bro. How dare you call Obi-Wan the B word? What is wrong with you? I'm taking this comment off. Get out of here. Yeah, I said it. God, you bully. Oh, my God.
It's crazy that people hate on Kylo, but people, like, will love, Kit Fisto when he walks in and just gets annihilated in 3 seconds. It's like, again, man, it's wild.
I don't think it's a hate on Kylo. I think it's just a hate on everything.
I know. I'm totally messing around. I'm just trying to stir the pot a little bit myself.
Thuron's office says you won't have to do anything because there won't be a Rey movie. Trust me, I know things. Honestly, I could see this potentially not happening as well. I could see it. I
do think Daisy Ridley as Rey will be back in some capacity with Disney. She continues to make Disney movies, and it seems like they really want to continue to work with her. So I'm not doubting that, Thrawn, but I think that we will see Rey in a new Star Wars project. I just don't know what that's going to look like, but I do think we're going to see it again.
Be interesting to see.
And I don't know things. So I don't know.
I don't know things. We got Jeffrey in the house. What's up, Jeffrey? I think we see more Phantom Menace figure soon. Dude, I hope so. I hope we get a Phantom Menace drop this week. I still think, like, the battle droid, the tan battle droid is probably going to happen. I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. But we got to get Padawan Obi-Wan, man. We have to get the missing piece of Duel of the Fates. And also, what I would love to see, we've talked about in the past too, is an Artisan Qui-Gon. If you're going to do a Jedi worthy of Artisan, it's him and then Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan. But an Artisan Qui-Gon would be awesome. Anything you'd like to see, Justin, real quick, from Phantom Menace if we get any more Phantom Menace 25th anniversary figures?
Yeah, aside from the obvious, I know, like, I would like to see, I don't really care if they make another Dooku or not, but I would like to see maybe some more characters from either Revenge of the Sith or Phantom Menace. I know this is a specific Phantom Menace question, but I just meant, like, obviously I'd love, like, to get a pod racer Anakin, like, from episode 1. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. That would just be cool, especially if we get a Qui-Gon and a Padawan Obi. I think that they were like the catalyst for that movie along with Maul. So to have that would be kind of cool. But other than that, man, I'm being serious, man. I think Panaka would be a really cool figure. I mean, I really do. I think his costume design is really cool. He did, cool. He was, and I think it would look cool next to Queen Amidala. Like, easy. My bad. That's 100%
my bad. There you go.
Queen Amidala.
Forget everything.
I don't know why I thought we already had that, but yeah, Queen Amidala 100%.
Merfolk Bear in the house. What is up, Merfolk Bear? Thanks for being here. Anyone getting 2 dewbacks Oof.
My God.
As much as I would love to, I could see myself picking up a second solo dewback down the road, but I'm going to stick with just getting the first one because I kind of have a plan for my display of having like a dewback with the sand trooper that it comes with, like the dewback sand trooper sergeant, I believe it is. And then having the other A New Hope sand trooper that was released a while ago, years back, putting them together with like Jawa, Gonk, a Tusken Raider. I have a vision for that. 2 dewbacks though. I think the length of the dewbacks with like full length with the tail and everything is like 32 inches. Those are going to take up a lot of space, almost 3 feet long. They're going to be crazy. So I'm going to get one. Yeah. For sure. I am 100% I mean, I already have the one pre-ordered. 100% going to happen. 100% going to happen.
Steve, yeah.
Can't wait for that.
And I will say this, in the age of like everybody worried about if something's going to get 2.0 or Artisan or 3.0, whatever, you are very safe to buy the dewback. I really feel like this is going to be a once in a, like you might see it again down the road, but it'll be a very long time.
Dude, and I could see the dewback like in, like I look at the blurg and how like the blurg you can get for really cheap and stuff like that. Well, I shouldn't say cheap, but just for a lot, like under retail, you can get blurg like quite a bit, and Sideshow selling them for 30% off like all the time basically. I could see the dewback being I could see that one being a high resale piece. I just have a feeling about the dewback in particular. We'll see. I know there's a lot of SKUs like for it, but in different variations, but I still see that one. Like they're probably, I wouldn't think they're going to make a ton of those. They're huge.
Well, the only way it gets to you is by freight. So you gotta count that in, Steve. You gotta count in that shipping charge.
Yeah. Yeah, you're paying a lot.
That thing's gonna be.
I'm not looking forward to what the shipping is gonna be on that thing. Yeah, no doubt. I'm guessing Sideshow says pending price. But yeah, I got mine from Underground. Jose says, yeah, okay. So Jose says he got his MODUSPACEs from, or his DF1, his one DF120 from Off the Racks. Nice. Excuse me, we got Big Dog Pound in the house. What is up, dude? Justin, you might give us your best Ric Flair?
Not tonight.
Woo! All right, so I'm gonna give. All right, Justin made me do it, but dude, next time I might give the whole thing like kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing. Whoa, you see this fly? Did you see that fly?
Yeah, dude, this reminds me of that episode of Breaking Bad where they got the fly.
Dude, it keeps. Damn it! Could have got it, landed right on the brim of my hat. I don't know how this fly got in here. I've had my doors open a lot, but anyways, Big Dog Pound, thank you so much for being here. Because it's 71 degrees, dude. I have my doors open. I'm
not doing the woo, but you know, I just don't want to be super loud.
No disrespect on not doing the woo. Wow. He says, are you planning to get the J&D Studios Harley Quinns? No, I am not. But dude, if they can do a 1/6 figure looking like that, if any company can, I would get it because that looked incredible. Did you see this, Justin? The 1/3 third scale Harley Quinn, I think yeah.
I saw one image of it. I haven't looked at it too much, but I will say,
dude,
I'm with you though. I am waiting for an artisan Harley Quinn. I will 100% be picking up a Margot Robbie Harley Quinn. I just feel like that's yeah, I want that.
Yep. Not for me, but looks amazing for sure.
But with that said, I'm not sure if I'd get it or not. Because I just did what I said I wasn't going to do, and that's saying I'm going to go all in on something. No more.
X-Men says, oh, fuck, I missed a restock on OTRDF. Yep, there was one yesterday, I believe. Guessing it sold out pretty quick. We got Keith Lee in the house. Says, evening, peeps. What is up, Keith? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you tuning into the show. Big Dog Pound says, if you buy multiple module cases from OTR, will they provide you brackets to connect them? If you are talking about the inner brackets, like the ones to connect them between the, like if you leave, like for example, these two cases in the inner bracket to connect these two together on the inside, like the little black piece, I'm almost positive that each case comes with those brackets to connect them. There's also a way to connect them, like if you stack them on the outside, like these long bars right here, we can connect them right here with like a long silver piece. I'm pretty sure they come with those as well in the standard packaging. So you should be good as far as brackets go. I think on both of those. Don't take my word for full fact, but I'm pretty sure MODUSPACE is pretty good at giving the necessary tools and like pieces that you need. I have an actual, what I call the MODUSPACE toolbox, which is like, I have a big plastic bin of all of the extra stuff that comes with it, like screws and brackets and all these various different things, because they give you a lot of extra stuff too that you don't need. So you should be good as far as brackets connecting them. There you go. Action says, I just checked OTR like 3 days ago. Now they've come and gone. Yeah, I just saw it pop up in one of the groups. I think one of the Facebook groups that I was looking at. And yep. I'm guessing. I take it they're sold out now. Brad says, what type of lights are offered with the OTR Modus cases? You'll get your option of all the different lights, whether or not all the ones that would be on the MODUSPACE website. You get your option of all those. I personally recommend the strip lights, these pure white LED strip lights. I personally wouldn't go spotlight or warm white. I prefer the pure white LED strips.
Yeah, I'm sick of lights, bro.
We got SG Collectibles in the house. Hey, Steve. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to you, SG. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you tuning into the show. We got channel member Yomo in the house. He says, yo, what's up, everyone? Yo, Yomo. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. And Duckito said we got his name right.
Let's go.
There we go.
And I want to continue what I was saying.
Let's go. We're all in on that. We're all in on that name, Duckito. We're all in on it.
Yeah, that is a cool name.
We're all in on
that. But no,
name.
dude, the lights, I'm sick of spending $60 from some LED strips, bro, and it doesn't even stick to anything. You know what I mean?
So dude, that's when it's like
insane.
That's when you talk about MODUSPACE, like when you talk about value, like it's an all-in-one package. So I know like people say, well, you pay a premium. Yeah, you do, but you get everything you need to set this thing up. You have it when you get it. Plus like just the other quality factor thing of like how these cases are. So you know the lights are going to fit. You're not going to have to worry about that. You don't have to go out and buy different ones. Like it's just nicer to do it that way, in my opinion. Same with the mono, like how you have that the Mills bow, right? Where you have to have to go buy some third-party lights. Like they don't come with lights, and you got to figure that out. So when you start adding things up, it gets expensive, man. When you start adding things up, and if you want to dust proof it, you got to get those weather strips. You got to dust proof it. You got to find lights, and then if you get more cases, you got to match it perfectly. So it's interesting. SG Collectible says, where are you selling your figures? I'm just selling my figures. I put them in one of the Facebook groups. I have them on eBay as well. But if you're interested, you can always just hit me up on Instagram at EvilSneaker with a second R at the end. If you're interested in any of those figures. Nomar says, Steve, you got Artisan Annie coming because you sold episode 3 light side. Good. Wow, he's following. He's got on that sneaker market watch, man. Yes, I do have Artisan Anakin coming, which is why I sold my episode 3 light side Anakin. Oh, man, that was a tough figure to sell. But when I'm thinking about what's to come, Artisan Anakin is coming. It nearly like paid the price of what I'm going to pay for Artisan Anakin. Like that figure was selling for like a pretty, I made some money on that figure as opposed to what I paid for it, which is I guess kind of rare in the market right now, what's happening. But yeah, it was kind of hard for me to let go. But at the same time, I'm like, could I repurpose this, put it somewhere else? Yes. But Artisan Anakin is coming, and they are for sure going to 2.0 that light side. It is going to happen. They're going to use that sculpt without the rooted hair at some point. So I'm not too worried about us getting. Anakin is one of those characters they're going to keep pumping out more and more of. So it's just a matter of time before we get him with the sculpted. So didn't really feel like I needed them. It was time to sell them. That Artisan Anakin is hopefully coming at any point. There you go. Oh, it still kind of makes me sad, but I had to do it. I just for the long haul. And once that Artisan drops, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe some people are going to be like, oh, I'm offloading the light side. So we'll see. It's kind of taking a gamble though, at the same time of like, hopefully the Artisan one is really good. Cause that sculpted one it still holds up. I think it's still really good. Dark side sculpted is the one I'll keep. Even if they do an Artisan, I'll probably keep the OG dark side. There you go. Look, Clinton said, this is why we tune in. Carry on. because you said it's gonna be a light show and we're just talking to the chat for the first hour and 4 minutes and 28 seconds here.
Yeah.
Almost to the end here. We got Doc Bat in the house. What is up, Doc Bat? Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. Really appreciate it. Christian says, I'm on the fence with that Padme. Should I pull the trigger, chat? Yes.
I already told him. I mean, come on, Christian.
Yes.
I mean, here's the thing, Christian. You know, you come on here on the chat. You know, you got a lot of respect within the community.
Wow,
Everybody's pulling
like
for you.
coming at Christian right now.
I have to, man. I got to give Christian some tough love here, man. You know that you're gonna get the pad.
You know.
Go ahead and get it for retail, Christian. Don't take a chance, man, and have to go searching for this thing 6 months from now. Go ahead, pick that one up, Christian. All right. You're doing a good job, man. I just don't want to see you back where you're having to go on the hunt again, man. Maybe that's what, you know what? Maybe that's what he likes, Steve. Maybe he doesn't like figures that are readily available. Maybe he's all about the hunt. Let us know, Christian.
Maybe. But if you're getting Attack of the Clones Anakin, I think it makes it more of like a no-brainer. Because those two together are going to look very nice. Cannot wait to get those two like standing back to back. It's going to be great.
Yeah, dude.
Brad says, hey, Sneaker, did you make a decision on Greedo? I have not. I got to look at this. When is this? When is this exclusive limited? 2 days and 16 hours. What I might do is pre-order it and just wait and see when it comes out if I still for sure want it. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I do, but there's so much coming out and I don't know. We'll see. The sideshow, the body thing still kind of concerns me of like, what if that figure just isn't quality wise for that price? I don't know. We'll see. Christian says, all right, Justin, that's all I need to hear. There you go. X-Men says, look, Hot Toys will not get my money for Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. They had their chance. Someone else act up and got a license and paid the likeness rights. My money's going to Yost. Yeah. It's interesting. I wonder like what that process is. Like she basically was able to like make a deal with Yost. Like what happens with Hot Toys? Like, can they still like, does he hold the rights to that? Like, can the Hot Toys, because they still have the returns license? I know it's not for her specifically, but I just wonder sometimes behind the scenes how those conversations go and what that looks like.
What's the license? It's not a Batman Returns figure. It's a Michelle Pfeiffer figure?
So he got direct approval from her to use her likeness for this figure. So like he made a deal with her specifically. Now, with that being said, that still goes along with the Batman license because now he makes licensed products. So it still is going to, I'm pretty sure, be a Returns branded figure. But also like, yeah, he worked with her to get direct approval of her license.
Well, I just know with some of the Universal monster stuff, like some of it is from, Lon Chaney's estate. Like it won't be, it'll be called that instead of under the umbrella of Universal Monsters. And so I didn't know if it was something similar like that. Like they're still calling it Catwoman, but it's underneath the umbrella of like, Michelle Pfeiffer. I almost called her Sharon Stone. Michelle Pfeiffer estate or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I wonder if that was the workaround, like you were talking about, like just getting the Michelle Pfeiffer. I wonder how that's going to happen though, because it is a character that was only featured in Returns. And if somebody else has the Returns license, I'm interested to see how they package that.
There you go.
So honestly, X-Men, I don't know shit. I just realized that.
Dogito's with you regarding Catwoman. I'm curious to see what they do. I'm excited. It's looking promising. It is looking promising.
Here's the thing: if it's not any good, like say it comes out and it's not good, if somebody else is doing it, we've seen what happens when other companies try to get some other figures made. Hot Toys might come in and make an incredible one. So again, I will say that there is a chance now that we get a really cool Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, which I think a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, we got Batman collectibles, we got Doc Bat, we got these super Batman in this chat, dude. Who would love? And
it's gonna be battle damage. Like there's gonna be multiple figure variations of like. There's a deluxe as battle damage, so it's gonna be very cool to see. Christian keeps asking me this every week. Where's Padawan Obi? Dude, I hope. I hope. Gotta happen. It's gotta happen. We got Andreas IB, Grand Admiral of the channel, in the house.
Wow.
What is up, Andreas?
Let's go.
Hashtag super chat Sundays with the money signs as S's. Look at this, dude. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Andreas. Thank you. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I was trying to think of, hey, if I get enough super chats tonight, I'm going to give some away tonight. But
great. What a way to get some more, huh?
Sorry,
Here, let's do this.
Just fell off my desk.
Do you take check at all, or is it just?
Do I take check?
Don't cash until like late September if you don't mind.
What?
I'm gonna do something.
Starcrest is 105 in Phoenix today, 110 by Thursday. Good God.
Hey, Star Crash, listen to me. Stay hydrated out there.
Listen to me. Don't go all in. Don't go. Listen to me. Listen to me. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Do not go all in on the weather. All right, ride it out. Wait and see what happens. Do not go all in. Christian says Anakin greater than Obi. Nah, bro. Nah. Andre says grandson Kylo takes after Grandpa Vader. Christian says Chris. Oh, Kit Fisto was in the Clone Wars though, Justin.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're right, Christian. You're right. As soon as I said it, I got scared because I was like, somebody's gonna talk shit to me about
says,
not knowing Clone Wars lore.
The Emperor's office fight was supposed to be more of a challenge for Palpatine the day they decided to have him do his own fighting, and it got way reduced. Interesting. Clinton says Baby Greedo with Anakin 2-pack. I still don't think they're going to do a Phantom Menace young Anakin. I don't see.
I feel like they would have done it by now. I feel like
I don't see it happening, dude. Like they don't really do figures of young kids like that are human characters. I feel like Padawan Ahsoka is the exception because of her. Like she's a humanoid. Like she's a different species. She's not just a human.
So you got weather on the brain, man. You're thinking about the humidity.
Dang, this weather is killing
that
me,
figure
bro.
would sell. I mean, if they don't want to make it, they don't want to make it. But I think it would do very well, especially if they made it an anniversary figure. If they, because truly that would feel like one that you might not get for a very long time if they decided to do it.
People would love it. Yeah, I would love it if we got a young Anakin figure. That'd be really cool.
X-Men Supreme brings up a good point. Kid pool, but maybe that's because he's got a mask on and they don't have to use a likeness.
There's kid pool. There's no there's no likeness there. There's no likeness. Like I feel like likenesses with children is just a whole different. And I get like, granted, he's an adult now, but he has also like there's some personal things going on with him as an adult. If you know anything about the actor, so I don't know if that would really. I don't know. I feel like there's more to it than just like, hey, let's make this figure.
Yeah,
I don't know. Black Series has done it. I don't know.
That's what I was gonna say. Black Series has a figure of it. I've seen pictures on social media where he's been posing. I think that's his mother, and they have the figure and they're kind of excited about it. But yeah, that could be a Hot Toys thing. It could be a Jake Lloyd thing, just because that level of likeness would probably have to be a lot more detailed. So I don't know, man. But yeah, I think everybody can agree that's like everyone a staple for that movie.
Give us some cool pod racer accessories with it and stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome. SJC360 says, what process do you go through to decide what to sell? Justin, you want to tackle this one first if you have any thoughts on this?
I look at my collection and I think to myself, here's the thing. That's a great question because especially for me starting out, I'm still in year 1 and I am starting to discover more about that this hobby is not like any other hobby I've done with like collectibles, because normally I would just buy stuff from movies that I loved and like, but again, you're not paying this amount of money for stuff. So it's like really easy to grab a poster, really easy to grab, this figure, this glass or this popcorn bucket or whatever it is that you're collecting. So for me, I'm starting to realize that like, okay, what do I want my collection for 6 scale to look like? Because I can't get everything. This isn't just, Mattel or Hasbro or whatever. So I'm starting to learn that about myself is like, what is it that I want to collect? It's very difficult right now because I collect a lot of IPs. I will say it is very difficult to keep up with all these IPs. So I'm pivoting a little bit more. Like some of the pre-orders I have right now are like horror figures. And I'm still going to pick up a few Star Wars here and there, a few Marvel. But in terms of selling, I think that would be my process was like, okay, what do I really want to focus on? Is it Star Wars right now? Let's sell off some of these other ones so I can make more room for Star Wars. Or maybe it's horror. Do I want to sell off some stuff so I can have like a horror display? Like maybe this whole case becomes horror. I got the mask. I got Mike Myers.
Nice.
I got I got Patrick Bateman. I got Beetlejuice coming out. By the way, has anybody gotten a notification on Beetlejuice from Sideshow? Let me know.
No.
But anyway, that's a long-winded answer. I don't have the answer because I haven't really sold too much yet, but I'm getting to the point where I feel like I might, just because I feel like I think I want to start curating my collection to kind of have a theme a little bit. Because right now, man, I'm just getting overwhelmed with the amount of IPs, and that's on me because I love all these IPs, I really do. But just because I love it doesn't mean I have to collect it, if that makes sense. Like I don't need every Star Wars character, me personally. Now, Steve, he needs way more Star Wars than I do. Same with Marvel. I decided not to collect the Guardians line. Now, if they come out with Drax, that might change, but
yeah.
It's just tough, man, and that's the long-winded answer to your question. But I'm still learning that. I feel like I would sell when it makes sense to sell. Like Steve selling light side Anakin, that made sense because he's not only getting what he paid for, but a little bit more, and he's getting an Anakin that he feels is going to be his Anakin, and he'll get that pretty soon. Hopefully,
yeah, that artisan is going to be better than that figure. Like pretty.
Yeah,
I confidently, I feel like say that. Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, I'm more interested in collecting stuff that I feel like isn't good. Like Steve was saying with Anakin, I'm getting that episode 2 Anakin, but I don't know how many Anakins I'm going to end up having, man, because that's a character they're going to just continue to make. Same with Batman, same with Iron Man, same with Spider-Man. So that's kind of my thought process going forward is like, I can't keep buying every Anakin, every Spider-Man. Like it's just impossible for me anyway.
Yeah, I think for me, process of what I go through to decide to sell is a lot of like this is my second time really like selling stuff, and it's only a few figures. I really have not sold a lot figure wise. Like since I've been collecting for the past couple years now, I think I've sold under 10 figures. Like it's a small amount of what I've actually sold that's been in my collection. Granted, I have bought a couple of I bought like a lot, like one lot of figures from somebody and sold off a bunch of them. And kept a couple from that lot, but it was more so just because like I knew like if I bought this, it'd be some work to sell it, but I'd be able to like make a little bit of money on it and stuff. So outside of that, I've only sold a few figures. And the reason it happened, it was both times when I decided what to sell was when I revamped my collection. So right now I'm revamping stuff, moving cases around, added some cases in, and I'm looking at stuff and I'm kind of creating how I want this to look for I'm likely done buying cases. I don't think I need to get any more, and nor do I really I think I'm good with how it is. So I'm looking and I'm like, where does this figure fit in? Where does this figure fit in? Example, Solo Darth Maul. I don't feel like I need that figure. The one that I really want is Phantom Menace. At some point, I'm probably going to get a Clone Wars Darth Maul. At some point, I'm probably going to pick that one up. Do I need the Solo Maul? He's a great figure, very cool figure, but I don't have anywhere really to put him in my collection right now. He doesn't really go in anywhere, like any place specific. So a lot of it is placement in the collection, but then again, like, do I have another version of that character that's a better version? And then just how does it fit into the display? Again, Solo Maul, I don't really collect Solo figures, or I don't have those. That line is kind of like, it's like a sporadic line. Like there's a couple troopers, there's Han Solo, the character from that movie, and then there's Maul. So there's not really like a ton of, it doesn't warrant me getting all those figures and putting them into a case. So I'm like, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. A line that would be the opposite of that is like the Kenobi line with the Inquisitors, Vader, Obi-Wan. That's almost 800 days since it's been announced. Those figures, I can have a plan for those, right? The Ahsoka line, I have a plan for all those to go in. Some of these figures that I have just like sporadic like that, I just don't really need them in the collection. So that's why I kind of sell some stuff. It's usually when I revamp the collection, I'm moving stuff around and I'm like, this doesn't quite fit with what I'm doing. Like I bought it, then it was fine somewhere, but now I'm really revamping. I'm really trying to hone in on what is going where, how's it going to look. I want to be more particular, pose stuff really well, and not just have like, I don't want my cases to just be discombobulated. I think that's the big thing. So if I'm looking at it and I'm like, this just doesn't work and doesn't fit, I'm probably going to consider moving something out. That's kind of what I've been doing. You know what I mean? And then I get that thought of like, this doesn't really work. Once I get that thought, I'm kind of like, okay, it's probably time to move on from this figure, which is fine. It hasn't happened a lot to me, handful of figures, which is good. I'd rather not sell, but at the same time, it's kind of like over time, I feel like for me, like once a year is probably what I'm going to do, where I'm going to take a look at everything and be like, okay, is this all stuff that I really need? There's so much stuff coming out. I think like it's worth reevaluating on an annual basis and just seeing like, okay, do I really still want all these things that are here? And I've done pretty good so far and not hype buying, you know what I mean? Or thinking some of the figures, like you buy them and you think they're going to fit, and then they just don't fit into what you're doing with your display. You know what I mean? So trying to get things really solidified and looking into the future, what I pre-order and stuff, or even not pre-order and stuff that I pick up, like, is it going to fit in what I'm doing? You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough.
And I think that's what interests me about kind of the direction I'm going to be going here for myself is, you know, again, I'm not trying to name drop figures I own, but it's like that Iconic Studios Patrick Bateman. Like that's a figure I love having in the collection, because that's one that I truly don't know when we're going to get another licensed Patrick Bateman, you know? I know there's a lot of Michael Myers out there for like Trick or Treat Studios, and there's different ones you can get, but like Michael Myers, you know, I even have the mask up there. I can collect like stuff from the Halloween franchise without, you know, the one figure that I probably have that I wish I would have waited on a little bit is probably the Holland Spider-Man. Not because it's not a fantastic figure. It's an amazing figure, like literally 9 or 10 out of 10 type of figure, in my opinion. But like Steve said, I have him in there. It's the only figure I have from No Way Home. It's the only one I'm going to have. Even though the suit, I like the suit more than any other suit, there wasn't a big scene in the movie with that suit. So I'm looking at him. I got the Iron Man from the first Iron Man. So it's one of those things, man, the team lines and stuff, I'm really kind of stepping away from that a little bit, because that is a big undertaking. It's like Spider-Verse coming up. I caught myself pre-ordering all the Spider-Verse figures. I pre-ordered the Guardians figures, Ahsoka. It's like, I really got to step back on these lines, man, and be like,
where's it going to go? How's it going to fit?
Yeah, exactly. You know? Exactly right. Yeah. And what can you get? Say you want to collect Ahsoka line, but you only have the funds for maybe 2 or 3 figures. What 2 or 3 figures do you need to represent that show that you love?
Yeah.
That's kind of my thought.
Yeah. And then like, where's it going to go? I think that's like another thing that I didn't think of a lot early on that I feel like is worthwhile doing. Like, I know the figures that I have coming in, the ones I have on pre-order, now with how my setup is, like, I know what case they're going to go in. Like right now I'm revamping, like right here, Return of the Jedi case. I have a spot right here for Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. I know exactly where he's going to go now. I'm leaving some open spaces for some of these figures that are coming out. Like Ahsoka, I'm going to have a case ready to shift my Kenobi stuff over and have a whole Ahsoka case. You know what I mean? So it's just like kind of thought process. Like,
and I think it's too getting a little smarter about, like, for me, it's like, oh, there's more than just Hot Toys. Oh, there's this company, there's this company, there's this company. Like, this company's actually making some IPs I'm really like interested in that, you know. So again, but in terms of selling, I haven't gotten to that point yet. So that's a great question. But I do think that I'm with Steve. Like, it would be about making space for something that would fit my display better, I would think.
Yeah. You want to answer this real quick? What caustic plastic figures, Universal Monsters are you getting?
That's an awesome question. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now today, all of them, because
he's all in on the line, folks.
I don't have,
he's all in.
I don't have to spend any money today. Here, to answer your question a little deeper, I 100%, I don't think they've announced it. I don't know if they will. I 100% want a Wolfman, but I'm definitely getting, like, I will be prioritizing this line. I'll put it that way. So if I have to cancel some pre-orders, I would love to have the Universal Monsters, man. That's just like horror history to me. And if you've been to Universal Studios and you've been to like the horror makeup show and you've been to some of this stuff, man, it's like, it's it's just history to me, man. So it's almost like a little bit of a museum in your display, like to see where horror started, you know. So to answer your question, man, great question. I'm gonna say all of them today, like, you know, because I don't have to put anything down right now, man. So it's fun to say I'm gonna get it all. But yeah.
Awesome, dude. Ash Chase in the house. What up, Plastic Crackheads? What is up, Ash? Thank you so much for being here, bro. We appreciate you tuning in. Moose says pre-orders this week. Revan, Starkiller, Greedo, Pandababa, Ladypool. Very nice, man. Very nice. Dude, Revan. Figure of the year 2025 potentially. Cannot freaking wait for that figure. Christian needs that Artisan Anakin. Christian's gonna be in here after Artisan Anakin drops. Like, we got a lead on Artisan Anakin.
Oh yeah,
dude, that figure is gonna go wild in secondary market. That thing is gonna be insane, dude. Whew. Ash says only pickup this week was a car. I'll be driving again, dude. Huge pickup, massive W. Congrats.
That's a true
awesome.
true grail right there.
That's
Ash.
a true grail.
Like, that's a great decision, man.
So Moose must have retracted his message and put this one. Revan, Starkiller, Greedo, Pandababa, Deluxe Hue, Shirtless Hue, Lady. Damn, that's a lot of figures. What up, Big Rib? Big Rib's in the house. What's up, Mr. Evil, baby. Mr. Halia? What is up, bro? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you tuning into the show. We got the Ben Thomas show in the house as well. What is up, Ben? Thank you so much for being here, bro. He says, hey, everyone. Guys, go check out Ben. He does a show on Sunday afternoon as well over on his channel. Does a really good show over there. So go check out the Ben Thomas show. He's doing awesome stuff. And I know he puts a lot of work into his channel, and his channel membership stuff is so cool. If you are in the YouTube space and you are doing like channel membership stuff and branding, like his stuff is like just so well done and so cool. And I try to, like, from somebody too who I like to try to add value into my channel membership and do like cool things and make, you know, cool badges and stuff. It's nice to kind of see that effort and like people enjoying it over on his channel. So shout out to you, Ben, for the dude puts in the work. So that's what I'll say. Ben just puts in the work and does some cool stuff. So yep. There you go. Duran Moss, what's up, Duran? He says, what's your eBay page's name? It'd be better if you hit me up on Instagram. If you have an Instagram, my name is at EvilSneaker with a second R. It's in the description of the stream too. Hit me up on there. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we got some people talking about Kid Pool. They have the body. They could easily make young Anakin. Yeah, so they need to do the likeness. The likeness is the thing that I think is the main thing. We'll see. X-Men says, Justin, I feel, man, I'm having to scale back my own collection. I'm looking at what I want to sell to make room put toward other figures. Space is going to be basically the one thing that gets everybody at some point, unless you literally have unlimited room or a giant warehouse to put everything you want. And even then, Hot Toys has so many figures. When you start buying that many, like, you are getting into just like a vast amount of figures, hundreds of figures that you're going to be having. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing either, that eventually, like, you get to a point where you're out of space or whatever. I think that's like fine. And then you really have to curate a certain way. You know what I mean? I think that's that's part of it. And
X-Men, I think that, you know, for me, man, and I'm learning, you know, I'm learning with the hobby, but
learning to go all in.
Yeah, I know myself, and and I'm having to make some adjustments now, because for the first time since doing the hobby, I felt the stress of, like, I don't have the space to put these Avatar figures in a display. Now I got to go buy another display. That's another $350, right? I have pre-orders that are hitting all at once. Like, for the first time since I've been collecting, I got hit with that reality where it's not all fun and games. Just, I mean, it is when you're just pre-ordering a bunch of stuff, but I finally realized
that wallet gets hurt.
It is. And I finally realized, like, you know, man, Christmas is coming up. I want to have, like, I'm kind of just buying a bunch of shit for myself right now. Like, again, not everybody has the same thought process. I'm just kind of giving you an insight into me as a new collector. Like, I'm the same way. Curation is the best word, I think. Curate. Like, I'm really going to be more selective going forward. Lines in general, like 5, 6, 7 figures deep, I cannot commit to that anymore. It is just getting, like, just ridiculous. Like, how much
it's crazy. It's
my
really
pre-order
shifted.
list has grown. Yeah,
it's really shifted in like the past few months. Crazy. Star Crash is 2 week Star Wars. guys buy them all. Star Wars is like, if you're a Star Wars fan, that's the hardest. If you are a Star Wars fan, that is the hardest thing, like when it comes to how many figures that you can actually get, right? Collection Obsession says, Steve, you don't have one-off figures. I do have one-off figures, but I have limited one-off space. That's my thing, is like I have all my Star Wars back here, and then I added some cases over here, but really this is like 2 of my cases are now taken up by Batmobiles, and then the 4 above that are going to be 2 Marvel, 2 DC, and then I have a couple of MODUSPACE monos, which those are my 2 one-offs, but that's only 4 shelves in each of those, so it's going to be like it's basically 8 to 16 figures in those one-offs, and if they don't go together, then it's 1 per shelf. You know what I mean? So I got to be kind of like about one-offs. I got to really want some one-offs, and I got to like, I'm going to be pretty picky about that. So I have one-off figures. It's hard for me to display it because I have a lot of big cases. You know what I mean? So
and here's the thing too, man. With me, it's like, you know, speaking about what X-Men's saying earlier as well, like with kind of we're curating, kind of, you know, figuring out where we're going to go moving forward. It's like I looked at my display, man, and I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, like, I still haven't gotten the figures that when I entered in the hobby, like I really wanted. And it's because that's always in the back of my mind of like, I want a Marty McFly really bad, but are they going to make another one? Like I want a DeLorean. I want these things. Like that's one of my all-time favorite movies, Back to the Future. And I have no representation of that in 6 scale. That's wild to me. I would have figured I would have already had it. Predator, Alien, like these horror figures I've been mentioning, like, it's just weird how it can get away from you a little bit. It's like you get caught up in that hype. You get caught up in like, oh, dude, yeah, dude, I love Sabine Wren. Yeah, dude, I love Hera. But then you start thinking, you're like, well, yeah, you love those characters or you love the show, but like, would you rather have that over like a, you know, and I'm not talking about this upcoming Indiana Jones because I know a lot of people didn't like the movie, but like an Indiana Jones, like an iconic character, like pop culture history, you know? So that's been the odd thing that I'm learning now, dude, is like, I really want to start prioritizing pieces I want. And if it's older and it gets replaced, it gets replaced. Like I kind of, that's what I used to do with posters and all kinds of stuff, man. I want to have that stuff. I want to be surrounded with those characters, those movies. You know what I mean? So.
Awesome, dude. Awesome, man. You got this. It's interesting hearing your take on it because, you're still collecting so much. Like you're kind of like, in a time where you're still like getting a lot more stuff and really building on your collection. So you just have, there's so many different avenues you can go. It's a lot harder to navigate than when I started a couple of years ago. We got Darth Malik's missing lower jaw in the house. Says, hey everyone, joining late. How goes it? It's going well, man. How are you doing? We've been talking for the last hour and a half, basically just with you guys in the chat. We haven't even gotten to the one figure we're going to talk about, which is a HONŌ Studio Iron Man. But, yes, it's been good. I've been enjoying just chatting with you, Justin, and just talking to the chat. It's been a really good conversation so far. So that's really where it's at right now. Oh, and it's Super Chat Sunday. X-Men says, that's how I'm a Deadpool, Wolverine, and the Mondo X-Men. I will sell, cancel, whatever I have to. Yeah, so then there's lines where you like really want it. You got to have it, right? So you're going to sell off some other stuff. Boba Fettuccine says, picked up a HONŌ brown suit Wolverine this week. Nice. I'm hearing a lot of good things about that.
And speaking of Mondo, has anybody seen the new They Live figure coming out from Mondo, man? I cannot wait for
I saw pictures of that, right? They dropped some they dropped some pictures, yeah. I saw
yeah, dude. I mean, the McCready looked good too, and then McCready's cool, but I've seen some reviews on it, and there's some issues with it for sure, but I still think like those figures, man. I hope and Mondo continue to step up their game because they got some cool IPs that they're dropping.
Yeah. 12-inch Moon Stream, off to sleep, night all. Happy Labor Day. Dude, have a great day at work tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping in the stream and being here for the first hour and a half. Really appreciate it, man. Have a great night. We got Jai291 in the house. What is up? Good evening, guys. I'm late, but just wanted to say hello. What is up, Stacy? Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. Darth Malik's missing lower jaw says, I love Rogue One, but I'm resisting spending aftermarket prices for the 2 Jyn Erso figures. Should I pitch for them or resist the temptation? So I just want to real quick, I put up a post on my YouTube channel to everybody for a Q&A. This is a question that Darth Malik's missing lower jaw posed. I want to just do it right now because we're kind of vibing with the chat and going through some stuff. So he says, do you think Hot Toys will remake Jyn Erso either as a re-release 2.0 or artisan version, maybe for the 10-year anniversary of Rogue One? Justin, do you have any thoughts on this? I got some thoughts on this.
I would not get my hopes up for anniversary releases just based on the little knowledge I have of it. It doesn't seem like they prioritize the characters you would think for anniversary releases. I do think we're going to get another gen. 100% think we will, but it wouldn't shock me, I guess, if we didn't. Like, it's weird how they don't really focus on Rogue One or Andor. It's like that whole branch of Star Wars they neglect. So.
Yeah, I don't think a Jyn Erso figure is coming anytime soon. It's so hard to say. Like, this is just my thought on it. I think like Rogue One is kind of like a hidden gem in Hot Toys, in my opinion, like that line, because not only is it one of the best lines, it's one of the best Star Wars lines. I've always said like Rogue One for me has some of the best trooper designs. I love their troopers in Rogue One. Love my Rogue One case. I think Rogue One is honestly relatively safe for the most part. Jyn, I don't think we're going to get a Jyn Erso figure. I can tell you right now, if you're going to get the Jyn Erso in disguise, you're likely safe. I don't see them just redoing a Jyn Erso in disguise at any point. I think that one's very, very safe to get. I say that, and then it's like, oh, Jyn Erso in disguise.
No, but that's a good point, Steve. Like, if you could, like, if you're okay with potentially, say they release another Jyn, it's probably not going to be that one. So you would be safe to get that in disguise, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think that if you want the Jyn Erso, especially if you want both, I think Jyn Erso in disguise is definitely a safe one. And also the other Jyn Erso that's out, I still think that one's like, I think you're safe on Jyn. Like, I don't see that as a priority character that they're going to make. Maybe if she shows up in Andor season 2, then that could be, but they didn't do figures for Andor season 1. It's just tricky. I hate to say like it's really hard. You can't give a definitive answer, obviously, because they're 2.0ing a lot of stuff. But I also, if they announce a Jyn, say they announce a Jyn, Andor season 2 comes out next year, they announce a Jyn Erso like in a year, you're not getting that figure for another year and a half, 2 years. So you're gonna be waiting a while. So I would lean more towards it's safe to pick up Jyn than unsafe, like buying a Batman figure.
Yeah, and I've decided, man. I've decided for me, if you want the Jyn Erso really bad and you want it in your display now, just go buy it, man. I mean,
yeah, Jyn's a great figure. Great figure. And you can convert her, like, if you get the deluxe version of Jyn, you can do like the Edu. I think that's the planet, if I remember correctly, but you can do like 2 looks for her. You can have her in like that rain gear style outfit, kind of. I think that's what it is, but like, or you can have her just with like this jacket on with like a rifle, versus you can just do like her standard vest look. So even if they came out with another one, you could repurpose that deluxe as one of the 2 looks and just keep that figure. So like Jyn has some versatility. Same with Jyn in disguise. Great figure. You could just put the helmet on that figure if you wanted to, and it looks awesome. I have both of those. Yeah. I love those. I love the Jyn Erso figures. They're both great. I think you're pretty safe.
And the thing is too, is like, you know, say you go get this figure. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I'm about to go complete 180 as opposed to thinking I have to have the newest and best version. If they continue going down this path where now I'm looking at $400 to $500 all in for a figure, I'll go pick up an older one, man, for $200. Like, I'm to that point with some characters. Now, if Jyn's like your favorite character in Star Wars, then yeah, that makes it a little bit more difficult because you're going to want the best version of that character probably. But the cool thing about Jyn, as opposed to what Steve said about like Batman or Superman or you know, not really even Superman, but Spider-Man, Iron Man, if we do get another Jyn, that's probably it for a while. So if you get that disguise version, now you have a representation of that movie. And then if we get another one down the road, maybe she does show up in Andor season 2. Now you got that one too, you know? So
yeah, Jyn's safe. Jyn I think is relatively safe. Ben Thomas Show says, one of the ways I decide to sell is taking them out of my display for a week or 2. If I don't miss them, I move them on. That's a great way to do it. Take them out of your display, see if you really like them. Selling is a pain. It really is, especially now. SJC360 says, selling my DeLorean out of space. Yeah, so like a DeLorean can free up a lot of space. Clinton says, I have all the space, but none of the money. Hey, well, that's good. At least you can grow into the space. You know what I mean? X-Men says, yep, the big sad is upon us. For those of you who don't know what the big sad is, That's what the name that I came up with, which the Big Sad is actually this is funny because the Big Sad is actually a name from that I've talked about with Cage about like the death of Padme. Like that's like the Big Sad, but kind of transition that into being a collecting term of like basically this year, so much stuff coming out, the influx of invoices happening all at once. And yeah, the Big Sad. There you go. We got Hot Toys Hotline in the house. What is up, Connor? Good friend and a member of the Evil Empire. What is up, dude? Says, what's this about selling figures? Yeah, Connor and I have talked about it too. Like so much stuff coming out. You got to get rid of some of the stuff that you feel like you don't really need. You know what I mean? So I know he's doing the same thing. X-Men says, I have She-Hulk, both HONŌ and Wolverines, and the E9 Batmobile about to show up whenever they feel like it, and I have nowhere to put them. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Good luck finding that space. We got Darth, Amalgus 4, Emperor in the house, says Evening All. What is up, bro? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you tuning into the show. Big Rip says, still holding out hope for a Dark Side Anakin and Return of the Jedi Sidious with Throne release. Wasn't collecting 1/6 when those came out. Yeah, and we've talked about this many times, right? Like, people want these re-releases because they didn't have the ability when they started, or when they first got into the hobby. They like weren't collecting when those came out. See, when I joined 2 years ago into the hobby, I felt good about buying backwards. So like I bought these backwards, you know. Now I don't know if I would get these two. Just knowing what we have seen and like everything, like I don't know about going backwards and getting these two, basically, because like these are two figures that could potentially get redone. You know what I mean? So back then it was different, but now like this is kind of the mindset of like, you know, people want to see these figures come back out. So it's just changing kind of the dynamic of the hobby. Star Crashes, they hit hard. 10 pre-orders this week. Damn, bless you. I'll pray for you. X-Man says it's hard to choose what to move out of the collection to. I tried to pick 5 to sell and I could only come up with 1. Yeah, that's when it's real hard. That's when it's real hard, when you can't decide what to sell. You're like, I don't think I can let this one go. Look at that. Christian bought Padme. Christian bought Padme.
There you
Let's
go,
go.
Christian.
Let's go. Let's go.
There you go. Now take your figures, X-Man. Here's what I like to do sometimes. I like to just throw them on the ground. And whichever one comes up damaged, I think to myself, okay, I got to keep it now because I can't sell it.
There you go. Just break something.
I mean, pretty good advice for Sunday night, I'd say.
Clinton says, how far in and still no figure picks to talk about? Love it. Dude, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We got 52 of y'all in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. At least 50 plus people are watching and enjoying the show. Jose says, yeah, I sold my Jyn Erso for retail. Will always regret it. Oh, that hurts my soul. Ouch. Star Crash says, I have 3 Jyns, all good. Jyn is great, man. Jedi291 says, are either of you getting the Darth Maul hologram? My first payment comes out September 5th. Just not sure if I still want it after checking out some of the reviews on it. I am not. I wouldn't want it. That was a figure that really, that was one that really tested me. An exclusive Star Wars piece that I passed on, which is tough for me to do, but that just wasn't something I felt like I needed. Yeah, I'm passing.
Yeah, and look, we have to just let's if you got the figure and you enjoy it, cool. Okay, I'm not like, that's totally fine. But I don't want to see any more of this, so I don't want to support it in any way. Like, I don't want to see this to be the new like thing that comes out at like the $200 price point. And it's like, hey, I know our figures are $500 now, but you can have this for $200. This lava lamp, and it's just not for me. I thought it looked terrible personally. If you enjoy it, cool. For me personally, man, I just did not think it looked good.
It'd be cool to like something to just have on my desk as like a light up thing, but at the same time, like having something on my desk to just have as a light, to me, like I'm not paying that amount of money for it.
That's the thing. Yeah,
for almost $200 all said and done. We got 1/6 shooter in the house. What is up, man? Thank you so much for tuning into the show. He says, talking about Jyn Erso, she may be in the Andor finale, which could create some interest. Yeah, this is the only thing where I feel like would give me a little bit of hesitation on Jyn, other than saying like she's fully safe, is the fact that Andor season 2 we know is going to be basically every few episodes is going to be a time jump over, I think, a 4-year span. Like Andor season 1 was 1 year. I want to say it was 1 year. I could be wrong, but I think it was a year. and then season 2 is going to be a 4-year jump, like I think it's like 3 episodes jump. And it's leading right into Rogue One. So we could see potentially Jyn at the Andor finale of season 2, because then that show's over. Andor's only getting a 2nd season and it's done, which is also just, I really wish they would have done more. Instead of doing a 4-year period over 1 season, like, man, they could have given us like 4 seasons of Andor and covered a lot of that more in depth, because season 1, great show. Love that show. So that kind of answers X-Man's question, why would they have her in Andor? Yeah, so it'd be like later in the season, but I feel like that could be a potential. Jin's head sculpt is great, no doubt. Darth Malik's missing lower jaw says, cool, thank you both for the insight about Jyn. Yes, you're welcome. No problem. X-Men is when it's a figure you can find for 200. Yeah,
dude, I'm seeing some figures for like going for like 135, 140. Again, they're these figures that were coming out during the 2020, but it's
COVID
mainly
figures,
like Marvel.
man. It's crazy.
But, yeah,
crazy. We got good friend and channel member collector Joey in the house is sneaking and peeking. You know it, bro. All my favorite people in this chat. Let's go. Thanks for being here, bro. Really appreciate you tuning in to the show, man. Thrones off says, yeah, this conversation is what I was inartfully trying to say on last week's Hot Toys hotline. Yeah. X-Men says, my problem is that I want the better figure. I won't buy an older one when there's a brand new one with new tech. Dude, I don't blame you at all.
Me neither.
When this is another thing is like, you collect Hot Toys because you're getting a version of a character. You like, we collect them because they're really like, I mean, they're considered like a high-end collectible, right? So when you're buying, like spending this level of money and you're getting a figure, you're going to want the best one possible for the amount of money that you're spending. Like, you're not going to want an inferior product. You know what I mean? So I'm 100% with you on this. I can get why you'd want the better figure.
Yeah, but until with these getting up to 450 though, dude, like I think I could do.
Yeah, with the trend of some of these prices, with the trend of some of these prices, then you got to look at like, okay, do I want to spend? If prices are going to continue to trend up, do I want to spend money on like getting the better figure, or do I want to be able to spread my money out and be able to get more figures? But that means you're going to be sacrificing having the best one. That's a tough thing that I feel like to decide in this hobby.
And I think we all need to realize too, there's more than just Hot Toys out there. So again, for Star Wars and stuff, I know that you guys are, everybody's kind of stuck with, you got to get Hot Toys and stuff, but like for other IPs, there is more than Hot Toys. So like, those figures seem to keep their value a little bit better because they're not pumping out the production as a Hot Toys is, And again, it's a good problem to have as a consumer, I guess, is like we're getting just an insane amount of figures, but at the same time, if you really want the exclusivity or whatever, I had a tough time with that word.
Exclusivity.
It was tough.
Tough time with that word.
For instance, the Mondo McCready is a perfect example. Do I think that figure has its flaws? Yes. Based on the reviews I've seen, we're talking about Hot Toys Hotline earlier. I watched his review. That figure didn't come out looking as good as I would hope. But with that being said, it's still McCready from a movie that I love. So I'd feel comfortable getting that, knowing that was going to be, I don't see Mondo doing that one anytime soon. I don't know who else would get the thing IP. So that's my long-winded way of just saying, like, if you're like, I'm to the point where I'm not going to be chasing the newest, biggest thing unless it's like one of my all-time favorite characters. I just can't, man. It's getting. And
I feel like for you, like, you're probably like, sorry. I was just saying for you, it's probably like you're spreading out like what you're getting to, like with multiple IPs. It's almost like you're probably safe from it in a lot of ways because there's so much stuff that you still want to collect. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
hopefully you don't have to deal with that too much. SJC 360 says, out of the Marvel or Star Wars, what's easier to sell? Marvel for me. Star Wars, you think?
Easier to sell, meaning like profit or?
Yeah, I think easier to sell to get rid of. This is tough because I guess in what way do you mean? I will say the cheapest stuff right now is kind of a combination of both, but I feel like if you go on Sideshow right now on this Labor Day sale they're running 30% off, Marvel is the number one. It's like 60 plus Hot Toys in Marvel that are on 30% off. I think Star Wars is in the 30s. I forget the exact numbers. I was looking earlier because I was like, oh, I wonder what's available. And like these ones they're trying to get rid of, like Marvel is far and away the number one quantity base as far as price. That could mean that they're harder to sell because because they're a little bit lower price. I would say you're probably gonna have an easier time selling Star Wars figures, but then again, for both lines, it depends on what you're selling. Because these like a lot of these Mandalorian figures, you're not gonna sell for much. There's just so many figures that on both lines that you're not going to be able to sell for much.
The one thing Star Wars has going for it though is once they have a character in Star Wars, that for the most part has been it. Like there's one Leia, there's one Luke, there's one, there again. I know there's multiple actors that have played some of like an Obi-Wan.
Oh sure, you're saying like there's one. There's typically like
for most of the roster of characters,
there's only one actress or actor.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Tristan says, I feel like Artisan Anakin and the Ahsoka line were peak. Other than Deadpool, I haven't pre-ordered anything. No Vader, Grievous, Artisan figures, nothing. Dude, that's good for you because that dark side the dark side line that they did was the thing that I feel like really made things tough because there was so many good things that they showed. And same with like this latest events, this latest Hong Kong event where they like revealed like that battle damage Vader and Grievous and Artisan Black Widow and Spider-Man. Like there's just, those ones were crazy, but yeah, dude, good for you not being able or not having to order anything. It's crazy. We were talking about this on Wolfpack Wednesday of like, basically the Ahsoka line is like, not only do I think it's going to be one of the best lines that Star Wars, like one of the best, if not the best, like complete Star Wars line, or the amount of figures that they're going to do, what figures they're doing, but it's going to be like the best value line too. Like Thrawn 265. You know what I mean? Like we're seeing figures like push 3 and above, like on a regular basis now. There's so many figures that are under that for the Ahsoka line that you can get. You know what I mean? Like I think that line's going to end up being one that's hopefully more sought after, and a lot of those figures don't just sit around. I think there's gonna be some great figures, but yeah, like from a value wise, like it's a great line to get into because the prices are those like pre-prices, but they're not like pricing everything so high of what we're seeing right now.
Steve, I don't know if you feel this way, dude, because I know me and you were like, it's always deluxe. Like, so I know you probably don't agree with me on this, but I was seeing Sabine, Hera, they're in that 250 price point. And I personally love these just figures that come out. They don't like, I used to be, when I first started, I was like, I got to get the most value for my money. I want the base. I want all the accessories. I want the second sculpt. Let's be really honest with each other and tell me this. I never go back to the box and get any of that stuff out as the way I display it initially, unless it's a sculpt of like a Spider-Man head and like an actor switching them out. I never go back and get the base or go back and get the extra accessories. So I'm with you on that Ahsoka line because we're getting figures for $250. That's really what intrigues me about that as well, is because I just want to have Hera, Sabine on the shelf, Balin and Shin. I don't need anything else but their them having their lightsaber, or them having that one accessory. You know?
What is gonna like the characters are gonna the accessories that you need for these characters, like a lot of them are gonna be pretty simple in that you're not really like, you're gonna get the best bang for your buck when it comes to these figures. You know what I mean? There's not gonna be a lot of fluff, I feel like, in a lot of these accessories wise, which is awesome. Star Crash says, remember guys, buy what you really want. I've never sold or canceled a figure, and I've been collecting since 2015. All brands close to 300. Damn, it's a lot of figures. That's awesome though. X-Man says, come on down to the Ahsoka Value Emporium. And it's crazy because this is what the hobby has done, has made it so this is now considered a better value. So Ahsoka's like the best value line. That was what Hot Toys had been. But now they're making it seem like they're making me say this, that Ahsoka's the best value line. It ain't cheap. Like it ain't cheap. It's still very pricey. But they're making you feel like it is because of what they've been doing lately with these figures.
Well, dude, and at this price point, it's just natural to get into market talk and all this stuff. But I will say, man, for me personally, this is just my personal opinion. Like I I'm kind of getting sick of discussing the market all the time. And I get that we have to, because it's the nature of the hobby. It's a price point and it's a hot topic. I totally understand. But for me personally, I want to talk about the joy it brings me. Like, that's what collecting is. So like anytime I'm and for the first time, like I said earlier, I started feeling that stress of like, okay, well, and if I feel that, it's like, okay, I'm kind of going a little too far in. Like I need to.
Uh-oh. Is that Justin that we lost? Justin, I don't know if you can hear me, but we lost you. His eyes are closed. Justin, if you can hear me, back out. He's asleep. We put him to sleep with all the market talk. I'm going to let him see if he can bounce back in here. Oh, he dipped out. Okay, I'm sure he'll be back. 16 Shooter says, we need Andor figures. Dude, we really do. Give us a damn Cassian Andor. How have we not had a Cassian Andor? I can see you, but you're a little blurry. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's better. Must be some type of connection thing. Can you hear me, Justin?
I guess some people on YouTube didn't really like what I was saying, man. So
you fell asleep.
You know what?
You fell asleep. You really just like this.
See, I thought it was you, and so I kept talking.
Yeah, I have the stream up too. And I was I was like, am I still here? I'm still here, but
that's a good sign that I was going on a bit of a rant there, and I need to.
Yep.
Let's move on.
Simmer down. Don't go all in.
Yeah. Yep.
16 we need Andor figure. I was just saying, yeah, we need some Andor figures. They've said that the last scene will be the scene in Rogue One with Cassian meeting Jyn. So that'd be cool. I'm really intrigued to see how they we know what's going to go into Rogue One. So it's not really like, spoiler alert, Andor season 2 is going to go into the Rogue One. We're going to see that happen already. But that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool. So all it takes for Hot Toys is this to happen. Them meeting, and then it's like, oh, here we go. Re-release Jyn branding it Andor, but we'll see. Collection sessions, my wait listed black and chrome Iron Man converted, but I'm passing on it because I'm getting the red and chrome Iron Man that got announced. Yeah, nice. I have the black and chrome Iron Man on a payment plan. I don't know if I'm keeping it yet. We'll see. Yeah,
that's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
Decisions that was a decision you made. You could have let the FOMO get you, man, but you said, nope, I'm getting this one instead. That's awesome.
We got channel member Honest Hansel in the house. What is up, man? Thank you so much for being here. Says howdy, gents. We're just talking for the first 2 hours of the show. Let's see. Sorry, I missed some comments.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick,
Steve? Gotta go back down. Yes.
All right, look. I got Kylo, right? And I want Rey to go with Kylo. Am I safe to buy, even though it's not my favorite version of the character, I can't go back to Force Awakens Rey because I just feel like that figure definitely looks outdated. And even in some capacity, Last Jedi does as well.
What one? Scavenger Rey?
That's the one I would want.
That's my favorite one, dude.
Yeah, I love it. But do you think there's any chance? I feel like Force Awakens would be the one movie maybe that we get another Rey. I mean, do you think that's happening?
No.
You don't think we're ever going to get another Rey or Kylo?
We'll get another Rey if they do this movie, but we're not getting another Rey. Hot Toys not going to do. I don't think Hot Toys really will do much of the sequel stuff in the near future at all.
Why not? Why won't?
Because it's just, I don't think it did very well. You're asking me that as a rhetorical question?
No, all joking aside, you don't think those two characters at least would sell?
Maybe, but you already have the versions really that you need. I don't really see why they would say, oh, we need to do another version of these characters. You have multiple options for Rey already. You have 3 Kylo options. You have what? You have 4 Rey options.
Yeah, but the head sculpt on that Force Awakens Rey is just not great.
Yeah, I don't really, honestly, to me, I don't think any of the Rey head sculpts are great. There's just something about each of them that I feel like is not right. I know a lot of people like the Rise of Skywalker Rey head sculpt. I don't love it. I don't think it looks. I actually prefer the Force Awakens ones, or the Force Awakens one, to be honest. That Scavenger Rey to me is like, if I'm getting one, I'm getting that Rey and BB-8 Scavenger, Force Awakens, the 2-pack. That's the only one that I would want. which I actually had, but I had an issue with the seller. It didn't include some stuff, and ended up sending it back, but or getting rid of it.
I 100% think we're gonna get Artisan Kylo.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it because, like, dude, the sequel stuff just didn't do well. So, like, this is the thing. Disney, you have to remember too, like, Hot Toys has to discuss with Disney making these things. So when they're looking at like what their sequel stuff is doing, I don't think they're gonna say, let's put all this R&D and all this time into making this character. I don't know, dude. It's more of a risk doing that than it is doing like an original trilogy character. Like, why put your money and time into doing that when you can make more money doing this?
They've been going all in on Attack of the Clones. That's what is bizarre. Is
dude,
like
and that stuff's been selling like hotcakes, though.
That's what I'm getting at, man. It's all
selling like hotcakes.
We're entering in.
No, we're not in the hotcake sequel trilogy. No, we're not. No, we are not even close.
We're entering in. Oh.
This is the hottest take of the night. We are entering the nostalgic. Dude, that movie, when did Rise of Skywalker come out? 2019?
Dude,
no. Stop it. You were out of pocket.
No, listen.
You were out of pocket, bro. Your mic is messed up because your mic is canceling you right now. Your mic is just cutting you out.
Am I having audio issues?
Your audio, you were talking and your mic just like, it sounded like you went mute. I'm going to address this comment. Honest Hands says OG trilogy from Beyond Star Wars. That's it. Way too many figures otherwise, but the new Maul I had to have. Yeah, dude, that Phantom Menace Maul, I can't wait.
Testing.
Can't wait. X-Men Justin went all in on network failure.
How am I?
What up, D-Lo? D-Lo's now. D-Lo Collector says Justin is gone. I'm all that remains. Oh, that's
man,
funny.
Nobody wants to hear the truth about Force Awakens nostalgia phase, man. It's
Force Awakens. I mean, it has almost been. It'll be 10 years next year, right?
But dude, hear me out.
Wasn't it 2015?
Yeah, think about the hype for that movie. Before you had an opinion on it, there was a hype of the marketing of it and the hype.
I enjoyed. Like, I thought Force Awakens was. I actually enjoyed that movie.
Force Awakens is S tier, bro. It's S tier.
If you take everything else out that happened after the Force Awakens, as far as like what they end up doing with all the characters, obviously like Force Awakens was kind of like a repeat, A New Hope, but like it was still promising. Like I thought the movie was fun. Was it amazing? I don't think it was amazing, but like I thought the first movie, I was like, okay, this is good. They got some good stuff. They could have done some really cool stuff, like making Finn like a Force sensitive stormtrooper defector. Like how, like that's you got to capitalize on that, man. They could have made Finn like turn him into a Jedi, dude. He's a stormtrooper for the First Order. This was what happened to him. He defected and then he became a Jedi, dude. Like there's just a lot of cool shit they could have done with the
and I'm going to stand by Force Awakens. Now, if you want to say whatever you want about the next two, I will not defend it. But Force Awakens is one I defend. Aside from a couple of scenes, I didn't like how they handled the Han death, and I didn't like how.
Spoiler.
Oh, sorry. Thought everybody saw it. No, I'm playing, but I do think that if we didn't, like, you kind of said it best. If that was just. If we had just seen it and we were talking about our review of it right now and we hadn't got Last Jedi yet, I think we would be positive about it, dude. I really do.
Dang, dude, you're kind of making me want to get like some Force Awakens figures, actually.
Dude, let's go. Hey, dude, let's get back into Force Awakens, you and me, dude. We'll do a video series. We'll get the hype train
reviewing.
Bro, come on, man.
The Force Awakens the nostalgia awakens for the Force Awakens.
Everybody hating on Force Awakens knows damn well they come out with another Rey with BB-8.
I don't think people are hate on that movie. I think that movie's is a little bit safer, you know? Like I said, if you take away everything that happens after that, like people would say Force Awakens is okay.
And dude, that's the only one I'm defending. Like everybody thinks I'm defending the whole trilogy. I am not. Trust me, I'm not. But Force Awakens, I stand by, is a great Star Wars movie.
Big Rip says I'm slowly easing out of my 112 collections and using some some to fund my 1/6 addiction. I sold all my 112. I had a lot. That's how I got into 1/6. Sold all my 112 and bought a bunch of Hot Toys figures. Ben says Black Chrysanthemum as well. Comic Inspired TV is fine. I would love to get a Black Chrysanthemum figure. He'd be awesome. SJC 360. What will happen first, a Cassian or a Acolyte figures? Well, Acolyte figures ain't happening. It's not going to happen. Disney shut that down. Disney canceled season 2. They pulled merch from the Disney store. Like that Acolyte is done. Disney's not going to put another dime into any of that. So Acolyte figures, I'm afraid, are not going to happen. Not going to happen. Give us an Andor and Jin reissue. No, Jose. No, you sold Jin for retail. That was on you. You gotta.
Someone argue
You gotta pay the
Jose
price.
selling Jin for retail pretty much ruined that entire line. Like after he did that, they saw the listing and they said, "Wait, yeah, we got to stop the Rogue One line."
Thrones off says, enjoying the show while future-proofing my Module Case USB ports. Nice, dude. I still got to buy my USB hubs and get that stuff wired up. But yeah, I feel that, dude. Ben says, I got Kylo. Sounds like he should get that checked. 163, yeah, I agree. Scavenger Ray's the best. I love that figure.
Great character design.
That's the
costume
one
design,
that's
everything.
kind of, when I see some good deals on that figure, I'm kind of like, oh, do I get this one? Scavenger Ray, I feel like is just so cool. Yeah, costume design and just like I think I like BB-8 too, but yeah, it's just, man, I don't know where I would put that figure. And I like First Order Troopers too. I think they have like some cool figures First Order Trooper wise too. Like I don't think the design of First Order Troopers and stuff is bad. They actually got like some cool figures, but
just a lot of hatred towards me, Steve, because I dare like the Force Awakens, bro. Come on, man.
Thrones Office is my first hot toy was BB-8 bought in 2016 without the ray, because quite frankly the sculpt looks like hot ass to me. Yeah, I would have already had that Ray head sculpts. Yeah. I don't think any of them really capture her likeness.
They don't
well
at
enough
all
for me.
No, and that's why I still haven't gotten one.
Yep. Excellent. We have easily another 15 years before the kids who watch the sequels are getting old enough to have the disposable income for those.
No, that's not true.
Thing. There will be an awakening. No pun intended. There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? That was not very good, Snoke, but
dude, that trailer gave me goosebumps because that trailer was so
Mike
hype.
Is getting force choked.
Guys, listen to me. I'm not talking about the entire trilogy. I'm talking nostalgia for The Force Awakens will be here sooner than you think. I'm telling you, like, these things go in cycles and it's getting close. It's 10-year anniversary. And then in 5 more years, dude, I'm telling you, people are going to start changing their tune. That's fine, man. You know what? Hey, Justin, Tristan, I respect you. Tristan.
Justin, we'll be here in 5 to 10 years to talk about it. But for now, you guys.
Y'all want me to maybe step back a little bit? All right, I'll step back. I'll step back a little.
Nick says, I love Force Awakens. Thankfully, they never made more movies after that one.
Exactly. That's exactly right. That's how we got to go into this.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah,
Force Awakens is fantastic. Force Awakens is great. I almost said fantastic, and I knew people would hate on me. I really do stand by. All joking aside,
not enough to be nostalgic.
The trilogy's not collection obsession, but Force Awakens is. It's just like the nostalgia we have for Phantom Menace. The nostalgia for Force Awakens was real, man. Oh, now we're putting Iron Man on the screen. You're right. See, I'm getting too close to the truth, man.
Boo,
I'm getting too close to the truth. That's fine. That's fine, bro. Y'all can like what you like. I can like Force Awakens.
Force Awakens was
still
okay.
Both love Star Wars.
Force Awakens was fine, dude.
If Christian Cooper says Force Awakens was okay,
Force Awakens was
really
fun.
Good.
Force Awakens was a fun thing. You know what I mean? Fun thing. It made me sad when Han died, and then Leia like goes and gives Rey a hug and just walks right past Chewie. That made me.
That
sad,
was insane.
Dude. That made me sad.
That was insane. But here's the thing: they could have done so much with that. The reason we hate that death so much is because it felt like it wasn't earned, and it felt cheap, kind of, and it didn't evolve into anything of value. And if it would have evolved into something special, we would look back on that scene a lot more fondly. But I agree with y'all. It knowing that the other 2 movies came out, it's definitely a. I understand, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they could have done. But anyways, it's enough Force Awakens talk. Let's get into talking about our first figures. We're finally caught up to chat in 2 hours and 9 minutes. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you guys for the great conversation. Love it. What a fun show. Let's talk about this. Gosh, D'Lo, what is wrong with you? My loaded Susie Foreman in freshman year of high school. I never feel nostalgic about it.
What?
Everybody leave Justin alone.
So are you gonna get Artisan Ray with BB-8 when it's announced? I mean, that's the question.
Artisan Ray?
Absolutely, bro. It's coming. You know it is.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna go a step further. The Last Jedi? No, I'm playing. But I'll stand by Raylo, man. I'm gonna stand by Raylo, bro. I mean, that's what I'll do. I've already taken a lot of heat from Tristan, a couple others in the chat. But I respect y'all's opinion.
Shout out to Susie Foreman if she's in the chat. Oh, D'Lo. Dude, Force Awakens fine, man. Fine. It's just
quit calling it fun. Quit calling it fun though.
I said fine.
Deep.
I said fine. Well, this is the thing. Is the issue is then you have the character knowing what happens beyond that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's tough.
You're
man.
exactly right.
It's tough. Tough stuff. Let's talk about this figure because this is a cool figure, man. Nick says this is legit the best looking Iron Man. Look, he's like, change the topic of conversation. This is the best looking Iron Man. Justin, what do you think about this, man? HONŌ Studio, Iron Man, comic inspired, which we have a Hot Toys one that is similar looking, but there's a lot of differences in terms of like the material, all that stuff. Real quick, shout out to Kathleen Kennedy for ruining my life and confusing Justin's life if she's in the chat. Justin, it's okay, man. We're just bonding. We're all just bonding over this experience.
Listen, man. Listen. Am I a little, look, we got to move on because I'm about to go on a whole nother rant. All right. But yeah, throw on your, I'm not confused, man. I'm not Kylo. Okay. I'm not Kylo, man.
Oh, shoot. Here, you know what? This is why it wasn't working. Hold on.
This looks good, Steve. I mean,
Go ahead. I'm going to do some stuff real quick while you talk about this.
I love the price point for HONŌ Studios, but I'm not going to get this. And that's not a negative thing towards the figure. It's just we just talked about like kind of prioritizing and stuff, and Iron Man, like now you got to collect HONŌ Iron Man. Like this one looks great though. I love the colors on it. This actually looks like Turbo Man. You think about it, this is like Turbo Man, dude. And I think I'd rather have a Turbo Man figure with the Arnold Schwarzenegger head sculpt from Jingle All the Way.
Dude, Jingle All the Way, great movie.
Dude, yeah, all right. Now we can agree on something.
What's up, Low-Key? Thank you for being here, bro.
Calvin, what's up, buddy? I'll be quick on this one, Steve, because I don't have much of a thought on this aside from I think it looks really cool. I like the classic comic look. I think HONO's doing some really cool stuff, and I think the colors just really pop on this dude.
Yeah, awesome. They do.
Yeah.
This looks cool with the eyes. I do really like that.
Yeah, but think about if it had that. Think about that Turbo Man, bro. I mean,
Man, dude. I might buy a Turbo Man figure. Dude, this looks good, man. I'm curious to see how the silicone is going to be like over time. The silicone is cool. It's crazy. I like the look of this better than I think the Hot Toys one that they did, which I think has some die cast to it. The comic one. I'm pretty sure it's like die cast, but like, dude, the joints look so much better on this one. Like the torso and stuff, and like the colors really pop more. It actually looks better. Which is kind of crazy. This HONŌ line, dude, is very interesting. There hasn't really been one. I will say I've been working my way through X-Men 97 and like, it's pulling me into wanting like, some of these,
dude,
some of these figures.
And we won't get sidetracked. Careful. I won't get sidetracked, Steve, but I loved X-Men 97, dude. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. I just watched like the third episode or fourth episode. I forget what one I just watched. But yeah, I'm kind of like, Magneto's looking kind of cool to potentially get as a figure. Honestly, says, I'm stuck. I had the limited Hot Toy comic Iron Man, and this one is so amazing. I don't need two, or do I? I would probably only want one for me personally. Collection Obsession says, this Iron Man's very nostalgic for me. Day one pre-ordered. Big Rib, I think this Iron Man's a great interpretation of the comic version. Pre-orders in the bag. It really is. Like, it looks great. X-Men 97's go-to with the Supreme sauce.
It is a fantastic series.
Yeah,
and I know X-Men would like it because he loves X-Men. But yeah,
dude, this looks good, dude.
It looks really good. It looks really good. The thing about it is that the reason I love it so much is because it's completely different from the Tony Stark Iron Mans we're getting. And with the amount that we're getting of that, and those are just masterpiece figures. But this just offers you something new at an more affordable price point.
Yeah, $215.
But dude, right? It's cool, man. I mean, this is really cool. If you're really into comics and stuff, dude, and that's your source material as opposed to the MCU stuff.
I feel like this is a
no-brainer,
dude.
Yeah,
I love like the comic, how you can put the comic behind it. I think that's so cool, man. Is that all it comes with? Just those two pair of hands? The main ones and then the
dude, that's yeah, but that's all I want. I've decided that's all I want now, dude. I don't want a whole bunch of accessories anymore. I really don't.
God, what's wrong with you? I'm just kidding.
2 Avatar figures dropping in 1 week is what's wrong with me, man. It hurt.
Yeah, dude. Now you're like, I want them to cut costs as much as possible.
Yeah. This economy, man. I'm telling you, and the Avatar figures, man, used to be $100.
162 says, I love this, though I have no place for it, and I already have a Mayfex that looks just good. Dude, Mayfex doesn't make some dope figures, man. Ash says, why no figures? I don't know exactly what you're talking. Oh, why no figures for 97 X-Men? I don't know.
Mondo, Ash. Mondo's got some X-Men 97 figures coming.
If they make this in a stealth suit version, I may have to cop it. Ooh, stealth suit. We look dope, dude. And this, what do you think of the price point? $215 for this? We said, like, this is like entry grade. Entry grade for this. I think the tough part, I guess I'll go first. The tough part for me is, I compare this like directly to Hot Toys, right? When you look at it as like an entry level price, it seems high when comparing it to the other HONŌ figures. But when you compare it to the Iron Man price of a Hot Toys figure, it's a much better value from that standpoint. You know what I mean? Or I shouldn't say much better value. You're paying significantly less when it comes to an Iron Man figure, which basically you're not going to get an Iron Man sub 400 now. That's what it's like. Basically, just like it's going to be that. So
I do think that 215 is too high for this, though.
I don't know, dude. For an Iron Man, where you get, what do you get with this? Let's see. I want to see like what else they said, because like, hold on, there's some other stuff on here. Seamless arms. I think the seamless silicone arms and legs is actually like pretty dang cool that you get seamless for this. You know what I mean? This is sick, dude. This looks badass. I've been reading these Marvel comics, like this little I don't know if you probably aren't familiar with like the little golden books. So it's like they're like little kids books. But I'm reading one, like there's one that's like a Marvel collection that's got
they got like the gold spine on them.
Yeah, it's like little golden books for kids. But one of them's all this comics like Marvel stuff. So right now I've been reading like a bunch of them with my son of like there's like Spider-Man and Green Goblin, Captain America, all the Avengers, and like this Iron Man is in it. And I'm looking at this like, damn, this looks damn good for this, man. And when you think it, like I said, when you look at it with when you look at it versus like a new Hot Toys figure, dude, like I think it's fair when you look at it versus a Hot Toys Iron Man.
I don't know, man. Hot Toys Iron Man, you're not only getting die cast, but you're getting a head sculpt with incredible likeness.
Not always, but
well, the newest ones.
Sure.
Like I'm talking about the MCU ones, like the Tony Starks.
Yeah. And then I look at like
the base.
And then I look at like, well, Wolverine also had seamless, like, seamless parts too. So
I'd feel better if this was like at 150, 175.
Dude's black suit Spider-Man though is like 160 something. So I don't know.
Yeah, but this
like I said, I'm kind of torn on it. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, look, these are already probably priced a little too high anyway. So, again, is $215 an unfair price? No, but for me to get into this HONŌ line, I feel like if they were at like 150, you know, again, not all in, but 150, then the shipping and taxes, I'd be way more willing. That would feel like a true entry level figure line to me. This is too close to Hot Toys. We were just talking about it. You can get a Sabine Wren, a Hera at that quality. That's going to be like 250. And to me, as good as this looks, that's still a better figure than
Black
what this
suit
is gonna be.
HONŌ Spider-Man's 175, dude.
Yeah.
Oof. I just feel like their entry price is like what Hot Toys used to be a couple years ago for some of these figures.
But that's the problem is now Hot Toys' price, its baseline price is a lot higher. They, you know, here comes HONŌ line. It seems like a great value because of what we're paying now for Hot Toys.
Yep.
And I'm just, look, is it an unfair price? Probably not. But I just, for me, for it to feel like a true entry level thing, it would be 150 range.
This is funny. Yeah, I don't know. And also like 215, do you feel like 215 is too much to pay for a figure like this that has like silicone arms and legs, seamless body? I don't know, dude, because there's some third-party figures where you're going to be paying in the 200s that we get that are third-party non-licensed figures that go for this price. You know what I mean? So I get that it's like entry grade, but like if it's still a quality thing and like you get this cool stuff, like this base is cool. I love how you can like interchange your comic book and put it behind it. Like this is such a cool, I just feel like it's such a cool line. You know what I mean? So I think the one thing that price wise is like the lack of accessories. You don't get a lot at all. You're paying over $200. You don't really get a lot of accessories. I feel like that's tough. Also, I love how this is like entry grade, high quality, you know, so it's, I don't know. Q1 2025.
Again, I want to stress,
dude.
I'm not saying 215 is unfair.
This is
I think it should be
man.
150 to 175. Personally, I think that all this stuff's overpriced. I mean,
so do you think?
overpriced.
What do you think the black suit Spidey should be? Because
I haven't looked at it, but
it's 175.
If this is 215, I would think that should be. If I think that this should be one, let's just say this should be 175.
You think this should be 175? What do you think black suit Spider-Man should be?
140.
Yeah, I feel like 140 for a 6 scale figure now is just like not gonna happen, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Can we agree though that just because the prices are this way doesn't mean, like, look, I guess I'm trying to articulate that, like, do I think if you pay $215 for this, it's a mistake? No.
Yeah, I'm being devil's advocate. I'm just being devil's advocate on how Hot Toys is versus these. Yeah. And also, we gotta remember these are like these are backed by Hot Toys. You know what I mean? Like these are like Hot Toys. Like whatever Hot Toys, whatever the deal they have with HONŌ Studio, like Hot Toys is announcing this as their releases. You know what I mean? So like, let's not forget too, like we know Hot Toys pricing for what that figure is. So like you can still expect to pay somewhat of a premium, even though this is entry level. I think I look at it now more of like entry level is what you're getting, and what like, oh, this is kind of like an entry level versus what you can get if you go to the next level of what we're offering for Hot Toys figures. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I'm looking at it now. I'm not really looking at it so much as like entry grade because of the price. You know,
that's a good point.
That's kind of where like I feel like it's like what the line is turning into. Are you reading something?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the.
You're good.
How much is the Wolverines?
Yeah, I think this is a good point. Collection session. The 160 HONŌ Wolverine was just an introduction to the line as a loss leader to get people pulled in, right? Like, yeah, we're gonna maybe take a little bit of a loss on this at 160. I think that's potential too. Nick, fix black suit. Oh wait, wrong one. That's funny. Clinton says, I feel like how you figure is right. The black suit Spidey should be less than the Wolverine. No faceplates, no seamless arms, less accessories. I was one of those people too. I thought the black suit Spider-Man was too expensive. Thought it was too expensive. Spidey. Yep. I thought it was too expensive as well. So The Wolverine, I do think there's something to be said there about like Wolverine being the loss leader and it being able to be a little bit cheaper to draw people in. You know what I mean? I kind of wish I would have got that Wolverine. That Wolverine was sick.
I'd much rather have the Magneto than this. And I'd much rather have. I think that this looks awesome. I mean, two things can be true. Like, it looks awesome, but the baseline cool, is like the water level is raising up. Like the baseline price is just continues to rise, and we're starting to now get entry level at $215. I haven't been in the game long enough. These prices are normal to me.
Well, I think too, like as an Iron Man, that's happening, but I think the price is probably going to stay sub 2 for a lot of these HONŌ characters. They love Iron Man pricing high. Like I do think part of this is look at what a Hot Toys Iron Man figure costs. This is what, like, comparatively what the entry grade offering is for an Iron Man figure. I do think like there's a direct comparison to be had there when it comes to this versus like, and Spider-Man too. Spider-Man is a little bit more expensive. Hey, this is what we're offering as a black suit. Wolverine, I don't know. That's why I feel like it's like he's kind of like, yeah, lost leader makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's just where my mind goes with it. Am I right? I don't know. Who knows? But I feel like they're looking at this versus like what they're offering, you know, subsequently with the Hot Toys quality or level of the character. Oh yeah, that's right. Light up. That's right. The light up feature. I forgot about that. There's a light up feature in this, in the chest, in the hands. At least I'm pretty sure in the hands. So there's a light up that's going to for sure cost them more. That's probably where a nice chunk of the price. Yeah, magnetic activated LED arc reactor and repulsor arms.
Whoa, let's put $15 more on it then. It's got some magnetic.
So you put a magnet up to this and it turns on. Is there a battery in it? That's actually pretty dope. Using a magnet to do that. That's cool.
Yeah, let's all go buy it. Let's all go buy it.
So that's definitely up in the price 100%. It's a really good point. Clinton says the hip discs are the trigger for the light up functions are missing on the pics with the other faceplate. Yeah, that's cool. You get to like take these little like hip pieces and then turn the lights on with them. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Nick says they're slowly going up to regular Hot Toys prices. That's where I'm gonna be like, okay, what is happening with this line? If they don't stay sub 200, what's the point of calling this entry grade?
But dude, you're already falling into the trap. You're already falling into like, oh, these discs, these are pretty cool. Oh man, it lights up. Yeah,
this is cool. That you can do that. Why haven't they thought of this for other figures? Why are they putting this in an entry grade line? Is the technology like not great? Like, are they testing it out on this to see how it goes?
They want you to feel like you're getting a value at $215.
This to me, I'll tell you, this right here does not look like something that should be on an entry grade product. Doing like a magnetic activated light, that seems something that they should be putting on a Hot Toys level product.
But that's what I'm saying. This isn't an entry level
product.
Rather
than you going in and flicking a switch, you should be able to take a magnet and hit everything and it turns it all on. You know,
I'm just saying, look at 3.0. 3.0 offers some stuff for like licensed characters for like $190. And we're like looking at this at $215, and because it has a magnet that lights up, we're like,
there's another thing. X-Men said he's skeptical about it because he has a piece that does that and the mechanism didn't last, you know. This is another thing that, how do you replace the batteries when they die in 15 minutes? Yeah, there's a lot of questions about the batteries. Wondering what batteries are in there, how to change them if it's rechargeable. That's another thing, is like, this is cool, but at the same time, I think it's cool. I'm not going to even do this with my figures either. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it'd be just much nicer if you could just have an LED, like a plug-in light up function.
This reminds me kind of like when I used to see those infomercials late at night, you know, it was like showing off like this water hose that did all this stuff, and it shows that it's doing what a regular water hose would do, and then it shows you like 10 other features that are like wild shit that you would never actually use with the water. Like, that's what this reminds me of. It's showing you something that is like, hey, look at what this does, to get you to be like, oh, that's cool. But like, there's not much functionality to it. Like, I don't see a lot of people.
It's gimmicky. It's gimmicky. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's cool. It just seems like this is another thing. I will say this. if I could get this without that magnetic piece and they told me it's going to be 30, 40 bucks less, I would just say don't do it. You know, that's kind of where I go to with this. This is a really good point by Clinton. So like, it says entry grade doesn't mean entry prices. 2 sets of hands, no head sculpt. That's entry grade to me. Yeah, I agree. It's hard to separate these things. It's hard to separate this because you're comparing it, like, at least I go to comparing it directly to Hot Toys, right? So I'm looking at entry grade versus the next step up. So for this, it's like, hey, here's our entry grade Iron Man for $215. You get an extra set of hands. You don't get a head sculpt, then you get an interchangeable mask piece. If you want to go to the big boy level, you go up to Hot Toys, and which is double the price for an Iron Man. You're going to pay over $400. You know what I mean?
And that's why the language is important.
Yeah, that's where this looks like, HONŌ's entry grade. That's where this makes it feel like this is a good value when it comes to an Iron Man figure.
But that's exactly honest Hansel. Like,
yeah, it's still it's still considerably cheaper.
Us saying HONŌ is entry grade. If HONŌ is now considered entry grade and the Hot Toys prices keep rising and then the HONŌ prices keep rising, are we going to keep saying HONŌ's entry grade just because that's marketed towards us?
The entry grade price, the entry grade HONŌ figures are going to become what once was the Hot Toys premium priced figures.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of scary if that happens. Like, if they're pushing this into being the new, like, what Hot Toys was, like, that's kind of crazy, man. If that's what ends up happening.
This stuff, with marketing, all this stuff is like intentional. It's like entry grade, $215, entry grade. Like, look at what you're getting for entry grade, highly articulated, like some people were saying no articulation, ankles, whatever. Like, again, just be careful with that, because again, I keep stressing it. Like, and I don't have a 3-0 figure, so I can't speak on this intelligently. But just looking at the Transformers figures that they come out with at that price point, and then the figures they get for like licensed properties, Walking Dead, Stranger Things, whatever, even though those figures aren't like perfect, you're getting licensed characters for sub $200. That to me is like true entry grade level for licensed characters, licensed Transformers figures with diecast. You're getting for like $235, $240. Like that to me is like a true entry level 6-scale figure. You know, just me personally. Again, I haven't been in the game long enough, so educate me if I'm wrong on this, Steve. But that 3-0 always sticks out as like, damn, dude, like you're getting a license.
Yeah, 3-0 legit, dude. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Ben says, yes, we will. Standard Hot Toys price used to be $215 to $245. Now we call it $280. Yeah, $285 standard price basically. As a market inflate, so will our perception of entry grade. Yeah. HONŌ Hulk could be expensive. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the most expensive one. Yeah, Ben says I love my 3-0 Green Ranger for $100. Yeah. That's a great option. Great option.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, it's like this seems like it's being impacted by Hot Toys pricing, because Hot Toys is kind of steering the ship when it comes to this. You know what I mean? They're like they're like part of this company, right? I don't know if like Hot Toys, I don't know exactly, but they're partnered with them in some way. But Hot Toys is like treating it like their releases. I forget exactly how they did it, but HONŌ Studio is like basically like Hot Toys is controlling probably like how some of the stuff is going and taking into account their prices. So I think those two are going to end up having an effect on each other. But good talking points, interesting conversation about it. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this. Yeah, within 6 months to a year of what this line's going to look like. This is cool, man. I like the look of this more than the Hot Toys one, look wise.
Yeah,
you don't get nearly as much stuff, but the look of this is really cool. Like, I really like how this comic stuff is starting to shape out of like, you can have like the, put your own comic books on it. I like this base. This makes me really sad. I know this retails at $215, but you can currently get the Mark 85. That's what I sold my Mark 85 for, like $220, I think. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. Diecast Mark 85 I sold for the price of this HONŌ figure. Ugh. Sad, dude. Looks really good. I think from a viewing standpoint, just looking at this versus the Hot Toys one, I like the look of this one. I like the look of this one more. Ben says he loves your passion against the rising prices. Dude, it sucks, man. But then again, everything is going up. Everything right now is going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that if we continue to just like as consumers,
be okay with it and pay for it.
Everything's going up, man. That's the way it is. Let's just keep giving it. Like,
why would another thing is there's things that you have to there's things that you have to just deal with it, like food and life necessities that you have to buy when prices go up. And then there's stuff like figures where you don't have to, you can like speak like with your wallet. You know what I mean? Speak with your wallet and don't support the pricing. You know, that's tough though, man. That's tough in this hobby.
Yeah, and guys, y'all got to keep in mind, I just got 2 Avatar figures in a week and a half. Bro.
You want to talk about inflation?
My mind is on.
They inflated inflated the ratings of that movie, and they inflated the price of those figures too.
Dang, dude, what a take right at the end when you know I'm too weak to come back with anything.
Disclaimer. I have not seen Way of the Water. I'm just messing. I don't know anything about that movie.
No, I know.
I'm totally just messing, but those are premium pricing. Ooh.
They are, and I don't even know if they're worth it, to be honest.
That's what happens when you have a movie that's, you know, it costs a lot of money to make. Yeah, you know, that merch is expensive.
And I think we're all on the same page in the chat. Like I think we're all agreeing that like it, you know, that we think this looks really good. I think we're just we're starting to slowly see this entry level line trickle up in price. So I think we're all just kind of concerned as collectors of like, you know, where is it going next? Like, what's the next stage of all this? And so, yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's stop talking about this figure now. Wow, 2 hours 35 minutes into the show.
Yeah, man, that's wild. I thought we were going for about 45 minutes tonight.
I thought it was gonna be a shorter show.
Yeah. But dude, the chat brought it like always. Dude, I mean, we know that they bring it every Sunday, but they're bringing it, man.
Clinton says, "Where are those Avatar figures?" You want to bring Jake on screen?
Yeah.
You don't have to if it's all set up on the base and you don't want to mess with it.
I'm gonna try to show the base as well.
Ooh. That base is cool. Goes perfectly with the figure for sure.
Again, man, the eyes are a little like, I'm trying to work with that a little bit, but yeah. I mean, it's a huge figure, man. I mean, it's a really nice
tall.
piece. I mean, it's very tall. That's why he's over here by me, because I can't fit him in my display.
Keith says, "Are the bases worth the extra money?"
I'll put it this way, Keith. I actually think they are. These are really nice bases. If you go, and I'm not trying to get you to go look at my video or anything, but truly, if you want to go look at my review, I actually plugged it into the USB. It does give out a significant amount of light, and it is a nice base that brings that world to it. It's not just some random
the answer is yes
set of stairs. Yeah, the answer is yes. But
bases are worth it. Those bases are cool.
They are worth it. They really are. And I think it's an extra, what, Steve? We decided it was like an extra $40 basically for the base.
Yeah, I forget. Somewhere in that price range.
Yeah, Keith. I kind of get long-winded, but yes, it's worth it.
Grounds officer, I'm looking forward to pairing my HONŌ Hulk with the brown suit Wolverine. That'll be my breaking point. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Clint says, one figure for 2 hours, 45 minutes is a great stream. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys staying locked into the show. Ben says, what scares me is how high the prices are to get things in and how much they sell for after if you need or want to move it on. Horrible aftermarket for so many characters. I know, and it really sucks in a hobby when you have to buy things and like, we always talk about like, well, make sure you're really sure about getting it. Well, yeah, but that doesn't always work out. You know, even if it's a character you really like, or maybe you get a figure and you're like, I just don't like this figure for whatever reason, you got to move it. It sucks. You are instantly on majority of stuff going to lose money. You're not going to get your money back. Like, it sucks that we have to think about those things. You know, it just sucks. And like I've been saying, it doesn't help in these buy sell trade groups when we're seeing, like, I'm seeing Mace Windu's, Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, Padme. I'm seeing all these new figures already sell for under retail. It's crazy. Like, there's no reason why a Mace Windu, well, there is for Mace, but Padme should be selling under retail because mid Mace. Mace Windu's a mid Jedi. Oh god, I crack myself up sometimes. I'm just kidding, but anyways, Mace Windu, like, there's no reason Mace Windu should be selling for under retail right now. You know what I mean? So it's just, It just sucks because then, like I said, what happens is a few days later, somebody's like, "Oh, well, the recent one just sold on the group for 270 or whatever you want to say." Can't even sell my deluxe Ahsoka for 200, says Nick.
Is there something wrong with it, Nick?
No, deluxe Ahsoka is going for like 170, 180. Like I saw one brand new today for 170. It's
Dang,
insane.
Dude, that's a great
dude.
figure too, man. In my opinion, I mean, it looks awesome.
Well, the new one's coming out from the show, you know.
But this one, dude, I like the look. Yeah, and the new one's definitely gonna be better. But I love the look of the Mandalorian Ahsoka.
I know.
I love the look. It's like that samurai look kind of costume design on the show.
Yep.
I really like it.
Key says that's the market right now. People are not buying unless it's a killer deal. And this is a recipe for the hobby not being healthy is people are not buying unless it's a killer deal and everybody's holding out for 2.0s of things. You know what I mean? Which means nobody's buying backwards, which means you're not going to sell anything that buying backwards a couple years ago, a lot of these figures had value. There's very few figures now like that buying. I saw like a Yondu, which used to go like when I actually bought a Yondu in a bundle deal and I ended up selling him. Dude, I remember when deluxe Yondus were going for like $600 on eBay. Dude, I saw one like sub 4 today. It's crazy, man. It's crazy because people are worried about figures getting like 2.0 now, and then they can't even sell these like what some people would consider grails. Like it's just it's crazy out there, man. It's crazy.
Well, and dude, I think we gotta. And again, I know you're stuck if you're just talking Star Wars, but maybe open your mind up to some other companies, man.
Obi-Wan.
I mean, I'm the I got 80% of my collection's Hot Toys right now, but I've been pre-ordering a lot more from other companies, and that's what I think that's the play, man. If you like some other IPs like I do, and you're not just a Star Wars collector or like maybe an MCU collector, maybe look into some other companies, man. If you really want to have your figure kind of hold a little bit more value, it seems like this is kind of a Hot Toys issue, Steve, for me. Like not really a 6 scale issue as much as it's a Hot Toys issue.
Yeah, Hot Toys is kind of doing some things to like I feel like sabotage a little bit. Real quick, Clash says, do you see HONŌ Classic Hulk coming down the line? I think so. I think they'll do a comic Hulk for sure. SJC360 says DX Vader is the biggest example.
Wild.
Yeah, Vader, like it kind of sucks that the battle damage, and this is another thing, it kind of sucks that the battle damage Vader just like completely crushed the Kenobi Vader, because in my mind, Kenobi Vader still has a rightful place in your collection, especially if you have the deluxe. I get it if you don't want the battle damage one, but for me, like I want that accurate battle damage representation from the movie, or I'm sorry, not from the movie, from the show, from the Kenobi show, especially once that Kenobi figure drops after over 2 years of waiting. Like that Kenobi Vader, I wouldn't just like get rid of it all of a sudden, but it has dropped the value, right? It has dropped the value. It's crazy. Christian says, dang, I just got Padme. Great figure.
Dude, Christian,
Let's
that
go,
figure.
Stacey. We want the go, baby. Let's go.
No regrets on that Padme, dude. That Padme is great.
X-Men says, I want the Kenobi Vader. Kenobi Vader is awesome. Dude, Padme's great too. It's crazy. And then you see like some of the reasoning for people selling figures. It's just like, I get 100% stuff coming up and you have to sell figures. But sometimes it's just like, man, like this is probably not the smartest purchase. You know, like you got to think about sometimes like just make sure that you want to get it, because then it's like, oh, I thought I wanted this, I have it in hand, now I have to sell it, I'm just going to take a $20 to $30 to $40 loss on it, whatever, not that big of a deal. Well, that affects everybody else when you do that. You know what I mean? That affects when you go to eBay sold listings and somebody's just like, oh, I just need to sell this to get it off my hands, I don't care if I lose $30 to $40. Well, people are going to start pricing it. You try to price it above that on eBay, $30 to $40 above that, people are going to know. They're going to say one just sold in the recently sold listings for $40 less. I'm not paying this money. So it just devalues everything. It gets kind of frustrating.
And I do think that I want to get to a point too where we're not having to discuss the market as much. You know what I'm saying, Steve? I think right now it's like, obviously we have to, because
hopefully we discuss it in a little bit more of a healthy way of like, and not that selling is like something that I do often, but like it's when you buy it, it's more so when I buy a figure and then like a few months later, all of a sudden it's like you can get it for half the price. That's a problem. Like I do not like that. With this Ahsoka, which was like 300 plus, now is selling for $180. Like, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm more so concerned about the buying aspect of it, of like, man, these figures aren't even holding like their retail value so shortly after release. And now we're seeing it happen with some figures that are like, were waitlisted for a long time that are coming out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, it's just crazy. And part of that is, like I said, Hot Toys, I feel like it's kind of done this to themselves by announcing so much in such a short period of time, even with all this limited stuff, and collectors struggling to keep up because like they can't get everything. You know what I mean? This is why like Artisan Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker was sitting for a while when it popped up, because people are like feeling the pressure of like, how can I pre-order this $500 Artisan Joker with all this other stuff that you guys just showed us and put up for pre-order? You know what I mean?
Well, and that's going to affect these third, these outsourcing companies like Sideshow, like Underground, like all these places that have to give an order to Hot Toys or to Sideshow. It's a trickle down effect, because now Sideshow maybe doesn't purchase as many of this IP. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm sure they got.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of happened with like the Sideshow waitlist stuff. So I don't know how much it's. I think the market correction wise, I think Sideshow is probably doing better. But the secondary market is, they don't really care about the secondary market like that though. You know, Sideshow I feel like is course correcting, and kind of gatekeeping the wait list more. But
no, what I'm saying is that if Hot Toys continues to make like we always talk about, like, man, how did that figure get waitlisted and then it's selling for this? I feel like it's because all these other places are buying product to have in their store, and then it's sitting on their shelves. Like, look how much dead stock Sideshow has right now. They can't give away figures right now.
All them COVID figures. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly like what Clint's saying. Hot Toys released too much recently, and everybody's broke trying to buy payoff. Big sad, bro. The big sad. That's what it is. Keith says Wanda from Civil War selling for $200, which is nuts. The figure used to go for $500 plus. And this is an example of them doing like the Endgame Wanda and the Civil War. People saying, I don't need the Civil War. Like, I'm good with the sculpted Endgame version because now she's got the code on. Or the Artisan, you know what I mean? So then you throw in the mix of like figures getting upgraded. So, it's just like, there's figures getting upgraded, but then there's just the market. People are trying to sell stuff because of the economy, and it's just a hectic time. We talk about it all the time.
Everybody's got their reasons. That's what I'm saying. You got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. I mean, and like I said, I'm not really in it for like stuff to hold value, and definitely not to sell, because I really don't sell that much stuff, but it's just it just sucks when you see like a brand like, dude, I don't want to see a Clone Wars Obi-Wan go for under retail. You know what I mean? And he's been hovering a little bit above that. He's kind of been holding his value, but it's just like, man, I would just like to see people not sell when they just got the figure. You know what I mean? Like, that's always a bummer. I get people have to. I'm not saying it's nothing against anybody doing that. It's just, you hate to see it. I think that's the main thing. Yeah, and I think you said it best. Like, really be sure what you're wanting. And again, we're guilty of this because we're on YouTube and stuff. And I've really had to stop doing this to myself. Is like, I get super hyped because it's exciting, man. You get on here, you're talking to the chat, you're talking to people who are enabling each other because we all love to collect. And at the end of the day, though, man, you got to just collect what you want to collect, and that way you don't have to worry about it as much. But yeah, that's the difference between collectibles and toys. Is a collectible you want to hold value. I mean, especially at this price point, I think we all would rather our stuff hold value than lose 60-70% of the value for what we bought it for. It's almost like driving a new car off the lot. As soon as you drive it off the lot, as soon as you take it out of that box, dude, it's lost. But that's what's crazy now, Steve, is like, you could have a brand new in-box, never open figure, and a month later you're losing $75 on it. It's like that Kenobi Vader is the biggest example of like, I thought that was going to be like Grail status for a while, and then all of a sudden, here's another Vader.
And and I said the Vader one is so perplexing because so many people talk about, no, my mind is stuck on HONŌ, but I want screen accurate portrayals of my characters. And Kenobi Vader is screen accurate, and they come out with this battle damage Vader, which is not accurate to any, basically it's like Force Unleashed accurate from a video game, but they're not branding it that. It kind of is similar to that. That's what it looks the closest to. but like it's not show accurate and it's destroying the value of the accurate one. Isn't that crazy? You know what I mean? And when people always say like, oh, I want the most accurate like screen representation, this Vader is getting people to sell their Kenobi Vader for less than what they paid, and it's not even accurate to like any film. It just looks badass. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy, man. It's crazy.
Well, last thing I'll say about it, Steve, is like for me, and again, you're kind of stuck in a tough spot because I mean, look, I love Star Wars, but like there's levels to this thing. Like I love Star Wars, but I love Force Awakens. That's what I want. No, but there's levels to it. Like you are at a different level of like Star Wars collecting than I will ever be. You know what I mean? So for you, it's a tough spot to be in. For me, it's kind of, I'm not too worried about it simply because like somebody like Collection Obsession asked me about the Universal Monsters line from Caustic Plastic. Like I'm looking at other companies now because they're offering me something that Hot Toys does not. And it seems like these are feeling like true collectible, true limited pieces that they're not just
something you're not really going to see again, right? Or see again soon. So you don't. They're just safer. They're safer to purchase and they're awesome. You know.
Yeah. And again, like somebody said, I think Clinton said it. You don't collect to sell. Absolutely, I don't think any of us do. I think it's just at this price point.
Yeah, you collect for the figures.
You at least want to be able to look in there and be like, man, it's nice that still holds its value. Like that's a sought after piece and not one of these bargain bin figures that are just selling for like $75, you know?
Yeah, and I think even if you collect for the figures and you buy backwards, it stings when you buy backwards and something is just released like that's that character, but a way better version. And then the one you just bought, you're going to be out money on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think that's like the worst. Yeah, like Keith says, seeing all these figures selling below retail gives me paralysis since the options are too plentiful. There's so much stuff. Tristan says, different IPs from Hot Toys would be nice to see. I've been saying Hot Toys, Hot D, Eamon Targaryen, Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, Eric Draven Artisan, even stuff I don't want would be cool to see it. It would be nice. It's just Hot Toys has those licenses that they have to make figures for, and they're the money makers. You know, those are the ones that big three make the most money, you know?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. We're almost at 3 hours. Maybe I'll save some of these topics for another day because I feel like 3 hours.
Yeah. 3 hours. I feel like 3 hours is good. You know, 3 hours is a good little, you know, because all I'm going to do is talk about Force Awakens again.
Yep. Christian says, are there any figures you guys regret getting recently?
Interesting you'd ask that question after I just got 2 Avatar Deluxe figures in a week and a half.
I don't regret getting any figures, you know? I don't think so. I don't think there's any figures that I regret.
I don't regret getting the Avatar figures at all. Because if they would have came out a month ago when nothing was coming pre-ordered, like again, it's easy to look at those and be like, damn, dude, that could have been, but I love having these figures in the collection. I think these are really good pieces, and I think that they're ones that I don't see getting made a ton. I hate to say it because I think it is a amazing figure, but there's a small bit of regret for Kenobi Vader and a small bit of regret for red and blue suit Spidey, only because I really wanted that Return of the Jedi Vader, and now I'm worried that PO is gonna hit pretty soon. And I'm like, there's a chance, dude, I don't go through with it. There's a chance if it hits
Return the Jedi,
there's a chance I don't end up getting it.
Damn.
But that's what I'm getting at is like the Kenobi Vader figure is like an amazing figure, and so is the Holland Spidey. But so I don't regret it, but I do have a little bit of buyer's remorse of like, you know, was that the version I really wanted, or was that the version I ended up getting because of the timing of the hype and it's the best version available right now? That's kind of where I'm at. So no regrets, but reflection.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I bought that Spider-Man 2, the red and blue suit, and I'm selling it. Some of that too is after they announced the Artisan Endgame one, where I'm just like, I don't think I really need to have this many Spider-Man figures in the collection. I'm probably gonna be a little bit more happy. I'm probably gonna be happier with I don't need that many Tom Holland Spideys, you know?
Exactly.
And I didn't even open this. Right. I opened up the shipper. I didn't even open up the figure. So if anybody wants a brand new sealed deluxe red and blue suit final swing from No Way Home, let me know. Because I just don't need it. I don't need that many Spider-Man figures. Also, people already know every single Spider-Man figure I've purchased has been damaged. I have yet to buy a brand new Spider-Man figure that does not have damage. It's been really frustrating for me buying Spider-Man figures. Literally every single brand new Spider-Man and non-Spider-Man, like my upgraded Goblin, damaged. Sad.
That's rough.
Sad.
That's rough.
This ain't gonna happen, Christian. Sell me your dark side, Anakin. No. Collection message says, Justin, if you were to get a DeLorean, what one would it be?
One from the first movie, 100%.
Nice.
Dude, I'll be honest with you though, man. See, here's the sick collector's mind. Okay, I really want that Back to the Future 3 DeLorean, like really, really bad. I think it looks amazing, but I know myself, and I know that if I buy one piece from Back to the Future that's not from the original film, I'm gonna have to complete the DeLorean trifecta. Like I'm gonna have to get all three, and it's insane to say that out loud, but I'm always gonna be looking and be like, dude, why do I have part 3 and not part 1? So I have to wait for part 1 maybe, but that would be the one collection obsession. Like I'm shocked that I don't have any Back to the Future in my display. That's one of my all-time favorite movies, and that's just showing you that I have a bad habit of feeling like I gotta have the best right now. And that's one regret I've had so far in collecting is like I didn't just get the pieces I really wanted right out of the gate. Instead, I got the pieces that I felt like were the best value, or pieces that I thought were like, if I don't get it now, I'm gonna regret it. Like it's the best right now, so I have to get this, right? Like that's been one regret of mine for sure. You're muted.
Wow, I've been saying so much stuff. I was like, yeah, Justin, yeah. No, basically I was just saying like, yeah, or you feel like if you don't get it now, you're gonna miss out on it. You're not gonna be able to get it like again unless you have to pay a lot of money for it. Yep, it's tough. X-Men says, I love the figures I have, but I regret paying retail for all of them. Most of them I could have gotten for almost half the cost. Would have saved a lot of money. If it had not pre-ordered, just waited a few months after release. The thing is, now it's kind of a crapshoot or a gamble of what is going to drop in price. You know what I mean? There haven't been too many. I will say it's been better with the figures that have been coming out lately. As far as holding value, it's been better. I think you just see those sellers every once in a while, which just like sell for under retail, and that makes it harder for everybody else, you know, value wise. But Nick says, I'll take your Toby and you take my Ahsoka. I already have that Ahsoka figure.
Well, dude, don't you feel, Steve, that's like, do you ever feel like it's like, why do I feel like I need this right now? Do you ever have that discussion with yourself? Like, yeah, it could go up in value and like you need to get it right now, but like,
yeah, I think
we pre-order all these figures, but which ones do you really need right now that you need in that display?
I think the ones that I pre-order are ones that I for sure want. And then it's kind of like, it's basically you wait. So like I'm at a point now where the figures I'm ordering, I've been waiting for like Obi-Wan's now my longest standing pre-order by almost like since I've been in the game, like almost, actually probably like pretty much that. Cause it's been about 2 years. So it's, like you wait so damn long for these already. So I'm not gonna I don't want to spend another 6 months waiting even longer when I'm gonna pre-order it. I'll get it when it comes out. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just have to wait even longer when this hobby's already a huge long waiting game. That's where I feel like I don't. It's not so much right now. It's just that already have been waiting for so long. You know, especially when you get an announcement to release.
Do you ever feel like you're getting figures? Like with you, when you pre-order, I know you want it, but is the reason you pre-order, is there a little bit of fear that you're going to have to pay aftermarket, or is that kind of gone away now with what's going on with the secondary market? It's
not so much fear of paying aftermarket. It's, am I comfortable paying retail price for it? I would honestly be more worried about the value of I would almost be more worried about, is this value just going to tank, but I bought it for full price versus, I'm going to have to buy it in the buy it aftermarket. Yeah. Bottom line, if I'm going to pre-order, I'd rather just not worry about any of that. I'm pre-ordering the figure because I really want to get the figure. I'm going to get it regardless. We wait so damn long for these figures already. If 3 months down the road after I get it, the figure drops in value by 25 to 50 bucks, am I really all that mad about that? You can't project that and you can't determine that. So I'd rather just be on the safe side. The chance of that happening isn't huge. So like I said, we just wait so long. I'm just going to get the figure when it comes out.
But I guess the reason I'm asking you is because for me, it's like I want everything because I don't have a huge collection yet. I mean, it's getting there, but like everything that comes out, I want because I don't even have that character yet. At your stage in your collecting journey, do you feel like since you already have so many pieces of characters you really love, how do you navigate that with like all this stuff coming out? Like, because for you, it's like, you know, now you got to find a place to have it. I know you buy some figures and just because of space and stuff, it might sit in the box for a while. Like what's like, is there like a thing you're having to kind of readjust the way you kind of pre-order and do that stuff? Or
yeah, I think it's just making sure that has a place. That's like my main thing. Like I said, now that I'm revamping my cases, it's like, okay, I know I'm going to have space for this figure. I know this is where it's going to go. Not so much of like, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I feel like I know now where things are going to go. I have a pretty good handle on that, but that's something that took a while. You know, it's hard when your space is evolving and you're getting more cases and stuff like that. And just like, it's hard when you have cases like this because like I group them together, you know, like A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then it goes over to Mandalorian. So it's like, I'm still kind of figuring out where how my Mando stuff is going to fit because it's a couple cases, but, so it's just, does it have a place? And also pre-ordering stuff. Star Wars is a little bit easier because a lot of it is like Han and Chewie and 3PO. That's going right into Empire Strikes Back. That's easy, right? Yeah. So like some of it's like I know it's going to fit in the case. Endor Han, that's going to go right in Return of the Jedi, right? So some of it is just like that where it's just I know where it's going to go now. Star Wars makes it a lot easier in that way to collect. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like, does that kind of answer your question?
No, it does. I just think that's what I've learned my first year. It seems like your first year you went out and got the pieces you really wanted.
Oh yeah. I went backwards a lot to get like, I'm getting all these OT figures. I'm going hard original trilogy right out of the gate. I'm going to dabble in some prequel stuff. And then I ended up getting like pretty much all the prequel stuff that I wanted. So that's what I did. I went like high priority, but also at the same time, I was like hunting for deals because it was buyer's market, you know, a lot just like kind of how it is now. Like I was like, oh, I can get this easily. I'm going to get this figure now because the deal is just too good to pass up, you know? Yeah.
And I think that's been my weird thing is like the fact that I don't have certain characters I look back on and I'm like, why? Like, I'll just put it this way. And it's weird because it's different from when I started, from when you started, I'm finding out, because like you said, look at all the wealth of options I have for characters now. And it's a good problem to have, but it's also one that like, I'm like, damn, dude, how do I not have these characters in my collection yet? Like these are not the figures I thought would start my first, 15 figures or whatever. So that's been an interesting learning process,
Yeah, like the pressure feeling like you got to get it now because you don't want to have to pay a lot later, especially when the hobby's expensive. You know what I mean? You don't want to have to say like, because then you might miss out on something or you might not be able to get it for even longer. You know what I mean? So it's just constant battling in that regards. It's different from when I got in, dude. It really is. Like it was safe buying backwards, like there's a lot of stuff that I got backwards and now it's just like, it's just changed where it's like, I don't know if granted, there's not a lot I want to go backwards for. But yeah, Clinton says, speaking of buying backwards, everyone is saying don't go backwards, but right now is a good time to go back because it's a buyer's market, which is unfortunate for seasoned collectors. This is where it gets tricky. It's a good time to go back. One, it depends on how far back, and there's some backwards ones that are a little bit safer, like these Mandalorian figures that are COVID figures that they're surplus and you can get for a good price. Great to go back. Would I go back for like now for like the snow troopers? I don't know. I could see Hot Toys all of a sudden just like re-releasing the snow troopers, and those are not cheap. Would I go back for like Han and let me say this. Would I go back for a New Hope figures? Like Han and Chewie, which now we know a new Chewie's coming in. The Han and Chewie value, the 2-pack has dropped because of that Empire Strikes Back Chewie announcement. That A New Hope Chewbacca has now dropped in price. Could you go backwards and get that old Chewie? Yeah, but why would you want to do that when you got the new Chewie now that you could get? You know what I mean? So it's dropping the value when it gets an upgrade. Those figures are dated, you know, the A New Hope figures. So would you want to go back and get some of these? I feel like I wouldn't say don't go backwards in general. Like, that's not a fair statement. I would just be really kind of smart in what you're going back for. Like I said, there's still a couple things I want to go back for, like some Mando figures, like Bo-Katan. There's a Shore Trooper squad leader that I want to get, but you can just get them for their COVID figure. So like they have a ton of, like, there's so much quantity. So I know I'm going to be able to go back and get those whenever really I want to for a good price. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hold on, Clinton's elaborating here. I just want to pull this up. I'm not saying everything is great to go back for it, man. There's a lot cheap in the secondary market to complete a collection. Yeah, and I think in that case, if you're like, oh, I want to complete some stuff and get XYZ, great time to do it. Especially because some figures are going to be safer than others. I think it's not great going back for like really main. Okay, they might 2.0 this. Does that make sense? I kind of think it's kind of that backwards collecting in general for some of these other figures that you can just fill in collections. Great time to buy. Great time. If you can do it, great time to buy. The challenge with that is there's so much coming out right now that you have to pay for. It's hard to pay for stuff to go backwards and buy stuff because so many invoices coming out.
That's exactly right.
Where it's yeah. So backwards collecting is so cheap right now. Great time to go back if you've been waiting. So yeah, I think it's a buyer's market for some of that stuff, for a lot of stuff, because people are selling stuff for a low price. But just know there's kind of like, there's the risk of, for some of these figures, a 2.0 could happen tomorrow. How comfortable are you with that happening? You know, that's not going to happen on the majority of these figures going backwards. So I'm not saying don't buy backwards at all. I just don't know if I would have gone backwards on some of these main characters that could potentially get a 2.0 at any time. Like with this new Chewbacca coming out with the C-3PO, would I have bought that 2-pack HON and Chewbacca from A New Hope? I don't know, because now we have an Endor HON that got announced a little bit ago. Are they going to do in A New Hope HON? I don't know if I want to pay a premium for that. So that's kind of where I mean by just kind of got to be selective and going backwards. Am I going to buy a Mandalorian figure that I don't have yet? Sure. Like a Boba Fett 2-pack? Yeah, because like that is going for so cheap. They're not going to be doing another release for that, you know, Book of Boba Fett stuff. So you're safe going back for that at a better price. If that makes sense. So I think it's just being smart and being selective on what you go backwards for, really.
Yeah.
I'm losing my voice. That was a long-winded answer.
I've had a lot of those tonight.
That was very long. So I apologize. But good point, Clinton, saying like, yeah, going backwards is just it's hobby's just been it's been kind of crazy. But yeah, it's a buyer's market. So if you need to fill out your collection and there's stuff you want to get that you're like, this is probably a safe bet, I would say that for me, I would do that. I would do that for sure. There's stuff that, and I keep an eye, like I do the same thing right now. I keep an eye for deals. There's some stuff I'm looking to fill in some Mando stuff that I want to get. Like I mentioned, where I'm kind of keeping an eye out for some deals and prices and just kind of gauging that to see like, okay, yeah, this is like a figure I'm following. I might want to pick that up along the way, while also being cognizant that I have invoices that I'm keeping track of that are going to be appearing at any point in time too. So it's tough, man. It's a tough this year has been harder to navigate than previous.
But we're choosing this. We're choosing it. You know, it's like,
it's fun.
That's
I mean,
the
it's
thing.
fun.
It's a nice, it's good to keep that perspective of like, you know, this is a disposable income, I guess you could say. You know, this is like a choice we're making. So don't get too worked up over it. You know, I'm saying this
I wouldn't
to myself.
To me, it is more fun for me too. Like just getting like the hobby for me is like, I like collecting. Obviously, like the number one thing is like collecting the figures, and like I have a passion for that. But also the hobby for me, like I like knowing the market and knowing about things. Like that's a part of it for me too, of like what's happening with things, and not just like the collecting aspect, but like, okay, how is the hobby trending? What's what's the market like right now? I kind of go like all in on that stuff too. I really like knowing about that, and like that just makes it more fun to me too, which is kind of what led me to starting YouTube, because I felt like it would be fun to share that kind of stuff too, of, you know, talking about the market and all that stuff. So there you go. That's my my piece about that. Justin, you have anything to add? Sorry, I just took up a bunch of time.
No, dude, I don't think so. I think we've covered it tonight.
I think we've covered it tonight. I think it's time to go, people. 3 hours.
Yeah, dude, that was a good show though, man. It didn't feel like 3 hours until just now. Like I just looked up and I was like, damn. Okay.
Great topics. Thank
man.
God I don't have to work tomorrow.
Same.
Get to sleep in a little bit. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. My kids always end up getting me up, but Keith says has figures he wants to sell, but might just hold on to them until the market bounces back. Yeah. Oh boy. Now he's calling for 4 hours. We still got 50 plus people in here, guys. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the 3 hour show. It's time for us to sign off.
Because I was recording a video and uploading it and editing it and stuff. I feel like I have not been out of this chair all day. Like I feel like I've been in this chair since like
my body hurts. We do it for the people.
Dude. We do it for you guys.
No,
I'm kidding. This is the easiest thing, man, talking to you guys. But we want to be dramatic as well. And we want to make it seem like we're really making a sacrifice here. Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done a 3 hour show, but it's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, dude. Nice little holiday weekend. I think us not having work tomorrow helped a tremendous amount.
People are calling for 4 hours.
Yeah.
FJC says best stream this week. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's a really kind word. So thank you so much. There's one comment I wanted to get to up here from Jedi291. Steve, are you doing a new collection tour now that you reorganize your collection? I'm not done yet. I will when I'm done. I know it's been like over a month. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a lot of fun just doing like live stream stuff. I've had a blast just like doing a lot of different live streams. It's been a lot of fun. So all right, Justin, what do you got, dude? Also, thank you to everybody who did any type of, I know we got a new channel member tonight, Jose. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Evil Empire, dude. Really appreciate it. Jose Gifted has become Jose. I don't know. Can't think of anything right now.
And then shout out to Valkyrie and I believe Andreas for the super chats.
Valkyrie,
tonight.
Andreas, Thrawn's office for the super chats. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that. Really does mean a lot. Thank you for the support. Justin, what do you got coming up on the channel?
I just uploaded a video today. It is my most anticipated movies coming out in September of 2024. So yeah, and if you haven't noticed, if you're in the chat, you don't really, follow my channel a lot. Like I'm still doing a lot of like 6 scale stuff and collectibles, but I'm also integrating a lot of movie content on my channel as well. I know some people probably aren't gonna be into that, and I totally get it. But I'm trying my best to like, do both, because I just love both. But movies is really what I want to talk about. Like that's why I collect. So I've been working hard on some of that content. So if you're interested in movies, you like movies, definitely check out my channel or check out these videos and support them any way you can. It'd mean a lot to me. With that said, somebody said earlier, like Justin's getting ready for Halloween. I absolutely am. I think they're awesome. Hopefully y'all do too. I got some awesome content coming for you guys in September, October. And I hope it ends up being awesome. The ideas, you know how it is. The ideas are awesome. And then when you go to edit or you go to film, it's not what you envisioned. So hopefully it at least reaches like 80% of what I'm hoping. But yeah, there's definitely, I'll just go ahead and say it, Steve. There will be a few live streams this month. I'm going to face my fear of doing a live, like as soon as I do one, I know I'll be fine, but I've never done one. I want to see the other side of it, like you're doing, where you have to kind of run a stream. I know it's a lot of hard work, and I'm definitely going to be doing one. I will be announcing something about that pretty soon. And yeah, I'm just excited. This is the last thing I'll say quickly. Like I'm excited where my channel is headed. I'm definitely feeling like I'm kind of finding my rhythm. And
shoot, was I muted? Was I just muted? Oh shit. Sorry,
I thought I was boring you, and I was like,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mute myself, but
I'm doing a huge, yeah,
okay, sorry, I had said, oh, you're gonna go live this month, yeah, okay,
No,
Nice,
and I
dude.
appreciate that, Malgus. I really do appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
It's hard work. Like it's been hard work, but it's been a fun hard work. It's been a challenge, and I've really been enjoying making the videos, man. And that's the thing. If you ever do YouTube, like Steve said it best, he loves doing live streams. Like you start finding out kind of what your corner of it is, you know. So
Yeah.
Again, man, I'm doing a huge sales pitch. I don't mean to sell anything. It's just I am doing some new content on my channel. So it might not show up on your feed if you're subscribed to me. And I know some of y'all might not even be into it, you know, and if you unsubscribe because I'm doing some stuff that's not 6 scale and collectibles, I totally understand. But if you're interested in movies, check it out. I think you're going to like it. So yeah, got some cool stuff coming up, man. Best time of year coming up, fall. And I'm excited, man.
Very nice, dude. Thank you for all the nice comments in the chat, by the way, you guys. Really appreciate it. Everybody saying great stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Clint said, I do enjoy your Hello There series, even though I'm probably at work where I cannot see them live. Yeah, I like that series too. I'm just waiting for some more announcements to drop.
Yeah.
So I can do some more announcements and releases. Yep. Hopefully this week we get some. And then Clinton asks, have you guys got the Home Depot Vader and Stormtrooper the life size? I have not. I'm probably not going to. Yeah, less than a deluxe release. The issue is where to put it. And then if I ever wanted to get rid of it, that's something I don't know if I would necessarily like keep. I'm not putting it in my basement. I don't want that. If I'm going to get a life size, I'm going to get something that's like probably like a 3D printed custom something life size, something that I really want to have down here. But they are cool. I will say that that's a good value if you want to just have a Stormtrooper life size. Like very cool. Very cool.
And if y'all are into Halloween decorations and stuff, Spirit Halloween, obviously I always recommend people go as soon as they open so you can get like your pick of stuff. I picked up a few things. They have some insanely cool animatronics, like they have a ghost face, an Art the Clown, some stuff from Corpse Bride. And dude, these things are coming in at like $240. So to me, that's like a pretty decent. These are like life size, like they were talking about with the Home Depot. So I'm just throwing that out there for people who may have been waiting for Spirit Halloween to open. And
very cool. Very cool. For me, what do I got? So I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. Let me take a drink of water. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. So one, like Clint mentioned, I'm doing this show, new live stream series that I started, Hello There, which is basically just talking about hello there. Talking about new announcements and releases, quick streams, 30-minute streams, no more than 30 to 45 minutes, just kind of giving my quick thoughts rather than doing like a pre-recorded video, just doing my quick thoughts on a live stream and talking to you guys. If you end up joining in on the stream, it's always fun to do that. I enjoy that more rather than doing like a pre-recorded video on a figure review or a figure preview or an announcement preview. So I'm going to be doing those. Also, I'm doing streams right now playing Star Wars Outlaws, the video game. I've been doing some charity streams. Basically 100% of the proceeds that I'm getting from any donations of super chats, 100% of that is going to go towards buying toys at a local comic shop for kids in need this fall. So I'm doing like going to just go to the local comic shop, make some content out of it after I'm done with all the streams, and then buy a bunch of stuff and donate it. I don't know who exactly I'm going to donate it to yet, but there's a couple different organizations around here for kids. So, and kids toys. So going to do that. It's awesome. I'm so thankful and grateful for the people who have donated already. We're almost at like I think we're at like $135, $140 donated so far across 2 streams. So
nice. Really
awesome for the people who have donated. A couple $100 would just be absolutely awesome. So we're almost like, yeah, 100. I did not like, I thought maybe I'd get like $100. Like first stream was like $120. So it's just really awesome. Already over $100 for donations. And like I said, it's going to a really good cause. It's not for me, it's for kids in need. So very cool. Clint says, what if I don't like kids? I only want to donate to you. If you don't want to donate to me, you can do it on this stream in the form of a super chat. Darth Malgus for emphasis, first stream was fun. Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. Oh my god, now the people are paying. Keith says $1.99 4 hours. Let's fucking go. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny. I appreciate $1.99 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I can't believe 48 people are still watching, but yeah, I'm always amazed at people who want to want to listen. This was just a show where we were just talking for most of the time, one figure. So hopefully we get some drops, we get some announcements this week, some releases hopefully too as well on that coming soon list. So lots of stuff, guys. Tune in on Sunday nights when we do this show, 8 p.m. Central. Sneak peek. That's pretty much it. He says, just kidding, get some sleep. Thank you, man. Thank you. Keep going now like you have to work tomorrow. No, but I'm going to be up early tomorrow anyways. But
we need to go out on a high note too, you know?
Yep.
Like go out on a high note.
I'm thinking we might get a drop tonight.
So you're saying there might be a hello there tonight? 2 o'clock.
Well, not tonight. It'd be tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Real quick, we should probably just check Facebook and make sure Hot Toys didn't drop anything.
They would have let us know in the chat. I feel
oh my gosh. Somebody is selling a Dark Side Anakin, 400 plus shipping, opened, complete, in pristine condition. That's insane, dude. Crazy. Don't be a Chad for the kids. So the video game stream is for the kids. Which actually I streamed for like 2 hours earlier today doing a video game stream. So this is like, for me, I've streamed for over 5 hours today. It's crazy. Oh no, sneaker drop prediction. Here comes some figure delay. Yep, that's what happened. Remember we were like, Obi-Wan's coming this week, and Obi-Wan got delayed. Yeah, there's nothing has been shown, but I think something's probably, we're due for something, man. We're due for something. HONŌ was 3 days ago. We haven't got a Hot Toys announcement since August 22nd.
My prediction of this week is going to be, I think we're getting Moff Gideon, and I think we're getting Star Lord. I'm going to say Moff Gideon and Star Lord are my two picks.
Moff Gideon and Star Wars?
Star Lord.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, not Star Wars. Yeah. Star Lord. Yeah, I think we're going to, D'Lo was the first one to say this, but I think we'll get Tech. From
That's a good pick too. That's a good pick.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's probably going to happen. And we got a channel member. Furry Ewok just joined the Evil Empire. Welcome in, man. Thanks so much. It's good to have an Ewok. It's great.
Ewok, man.
It is great to have an Ewok defect and join the ranks. I tell you. Get this Ewok some Stormtrooper gear and get him to the station. Get him to his post. Thank you for Ewok so much. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Clinton, how am I hating on Tech, bro? I didn't. Was I hating on Tech before?
Peter Quill.
Yeah, good.
Hey, welcome to the club. I need Tech. Stop hating.
No, I mean, if we get him, cool, man.
Oh, dude, if the dewback happens soon, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
We do have to wonder how soon we're gonna get like Bane and Joker. I feel like are two that I'm really interested to see when those get dropped. Like I feel like that's gonna be imminent. I feel like that's gonna be September releases, both of them, and very interested to see when those two drop, man.
Justin, you got time for one more question?
I got time for one more. Yeah, I got time for one more question.
All right, last thing, you guys. And you can all thank Justin for staying on the show very, very late tonight. Is there a figure? This was in the we were gonna do pre-orders talk. That didn't happen. But I did put in the title, Figures Living Rent Free in Your Head. Is there one figure that for the past, like, I don't know, a month, few months, whatever, few weeks, whatever, one figure that's been living rent free in your head that you don't have, that you want to get, that you've been thinking about a lot?
That's already out, or that
anything
is coming out? Oh,
anything.
Okay. I'd probably say Bane is one I like desperately want to add to the collection. Joker as well. I mean, Bane and Joker. I think the reason I gravitate towards Bane is because I feel like we don't get as many of those, you know. And then I'd probably say, in art Harry Potter, just because I'm not sure if I'm going to end up getting it. Like, because it's like I see him on eBay for like $1,000, and I'm not going to pay that.
Patience.
Yeah, I would be
patient. With Joker and stuff when it came out too.
But I am very interested in that Harry Potter line. So I'd say the Harry Potter line in general from InArt, and then the Just figures that I've seen, not figures that I know are coming next year. But yeah, and then the Bane and Joker, I feel like are two that I literally wouldn't even worry if they came at the same time. I want them that badly in the display. So
great answer. I'm going to give you my answer right after I read a couple of these comments, and then we're going to get out of here. Yeah, complain about what you think will drop tonight, and it won't release in the U.S. through Sideshow for 3 more months.
all right, that's fair. That's fair.
Darth Malgus says, Figure Hideout mentioned something about him filming 2 things that he has to wait to release to let the speculation begin. Yeah, I think we're going to get a couple releases.
Yeah.
Keith says, I think you need to fill your mod case with sand when the dewback comes in. See, that would actually be really, really cool. I've thought about that. I don't know what I'd have to put down to do something like that, but that'd be cool, man.
I'm doing something like that with the Avatar figures, kind of like we talked about with Zeo on the stream. We're gonna go and get like some stuff to go with, like make it look like Pandora.
Yeah, a little diorama.
I'm gonna do something like that. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna definitely do something.
Yeah, you should. X-Men says Kenobi Vader for him, living rent free.
X-Man, you know what? DM me, man. I might sell you mine.
Wow. Collection says, how is it we have an Artisan Imposter Joker, but not the regular Artisan Joker yet? Right? It's crazy. Artisan Imposter Joker was the first Hot Toys Artisan release. That could have never been anticipated that was going to happen. Dude, the figure living rent-free in my head, I'm going to say it. In-art Aragorn, dude.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, dude, that's a good choice.
Dude, I've been thinking a lot about that figure, man.
It looks damn good, doesn't it?
I want it, but dude.
You know why you don't want to get it is because you know you're gonna have to get the line.
Legolas.
You know you're gonna have to keep getting. Yep.
I'm not gonna get Gandalf though. I would just get like my mains.
But dude, you have to have Gandalf in
Nah,
the Lord of the Rings display, bro.
Nah, I don't want him.
You don't want Gandalf?
Nah. Legolas and Aragorn, I'll be good. Put them up in the mono.
Dude, that would be a wild. I mean, I respect it, but that would be wild if your Lord of the Ring display was Aragorn and Legolas.
That's all.
Like, there's no Frodo, there's no Gandalf.
Dude. That's all I need. That's all I need, dude.
I respect that. With? That's like having Ron and Hermione and nobody else, and not having Harry. Be wild. Could you imagine just seeing Ron and Hermione but no Harry Potter? It's not to that degree, but that'd be so funny. That's probably what's gonna happen with me, dude, because I'm not gonna be able to get that Harry Potter.
Damn. All right then. Clinton says, thank you immensely for the stream tonight. Much appreciated. Have a wonderful holiday Monday tomorrow. You too, man. Thank you so much. Frodo trash. Thank you so much, Clinton. Really appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys all being here for dude gets stabbed every movie. Appreciate you guys all being here for the duration of the stream. Very long one. Thank you for staying active in the chat. Really appreciate you all. Any last words in the chat? I'm gonna give it 30 seconds. Justin, do you have any last words? Chat, you get.
I was just gonna say, what a wild comment. I didn't think I was gonna hear tonight.
Frodo trash.
I know Christian talks bad about Disney Stars, but for him to go after Frodo Baggins, bro, that is wild. That is wild, man. I don't got much to say, man. I just want to, you guys keep thanking us, man. Thank
boil
you
them,
guys.
mash them, stick them in a stew. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
We're entering in that twilight hour for the stream where things are getting weird.
Things are getting weird. Friggin' getting slap happy and he's about to go drive through the Taco Bell drive through.
Nah, for real though. God, that sounds so good, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I'm about to go get some food.
Dude, I think
I'm not leaving my house to get food, but I'm gonna eat some food. I'm hungry.
Dude, I haven't eaten either, bro.
Dude,
let's do a mukbang.
Dude, should we just pause the stream and go get food and then come back and eat on stream for the next hour?
What do you guys think?
No, it's done, dude.
All right, all joking aside, all I wanted to say was you guys keep saying thanks to us, man. But I mean, seriously, thanks to you guys. If y'all weren't, I mean, I guess me and Steve would still be on here with no viewers, but it's awesome to just have people to talk this stuff with, man. It's like just hanging out with some buds, man. So,
dude, the show has been really fun and it's grown like over the past, I guess, I don't know. This is episode 28. I don't really know when like we hit like all of a sudden people started watching, but yeah, it's been fun having around 50 people in here every time. Hopefully it continues. Hopefully it continues to grow beyond that and stuff too. And yep. Okay, everybody. That's all I got to. We gave you guys an extra, what was that, 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah, love talking about figures, man. I'm gonna go get me some grub.
I'm starving too, man.
All right, everybody. Thank you to all the new channel members. Thank you to all the super chatters. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Good night, everybody. Have a great holiday. And thank you so much. And collect carefully. Long live the Empire.